Wing it. 3, 2, 1, start. Hooray! Okay, I'm the Oblivinator. This is Homeworld Deserts of Kharak. There's a lot of loading screens and cutscenes in this game, so there's plenty of time to talk. We had lots of technical difficulties getting this up. So thank you for the patience of anybody that stuck around and is watching. I'm sure some people kind of bailed, but oh well, they get to miss out on the fun. Anyways, there's a break in some dialogue up here. I'll kind of explain what this game is, and otherwise we just get pretty cutscenes to watch for a little while.
Our planet
What's KDS?
It's
is
whatever
dying.
time system people on Kharak.
The desert grows with every passing year.
We use BC and
The world
that's
is
fine.
at war. But there is hope. An object has been detected deep within the Great Banded Desert.
This is Kharak's death sentence.
It has been called the Jiraki object, the primary anomaly. We believe it may hold the key to our salvation. An expedition to retrieve it is being prepared.
It's unbearable if it's at 100. It's literally unbearable here.
This cutscene's all unskippable.
This one is not.
Just want to watch.
No, you can't skip it.
Oh, okay.
You can't skip it. It's about a minute and a half, 2 minutes long. It sucks. Yeah, I mean, it looks good, and like the audio and the music and everything is really cool, but anyways, this is Homeworld Deserts of Kharak. It's a prequel to the original Homeworld series that started back in 1999. This game is relatively new. It came out in 2016, or January 2016. Developed by Blackbird Interactive, published by Gearbox. So they did a good job of keeping the Homeworld feel, an atmosphere in a 2D game instead of a 3D space RTS game like all the other entries to the series are. So props to them. They're also pretty cool devs. They're pretty active. They'll chat with you and stuff. As for the route, I'm the only runner for this game as of now. So if anybody feels like joining in and learning something, that'd be awesome. And with that, I'm just going to kind of shut up because there's a lot of talking coming up now. It sucks to talk over people.
Understood. Clearance to approach.
You're clear. Gate 5. Rachel, Galcian attacks have been launched against multiple coalition bases. The northern frontier is under attack. The launch of our expedition carrier, the Capisi, has been accelerated.
One thing this cutscene does is it kind of shows the scale of all of these units. You'll see little humans walking across these like vehicles on top of the decks, and they're so incredibly tiny compared to the scale of these vehicles and machines that are in this game.
Engage main drive. Laneway clear. All stations green. Captain has the helm. Ample clean blue on all decks. Full complement aboard. Shutter test green. Get CENTCOM up. See if they have any new reports to share on the current AO. We're on top of it. Cooling tanks online at 4.3. Power plant reading 5.9. Cycling in 30-second increments until 99 at 7.
Bringing systems online. Fleet manager online. Resource control system online. Unit status online. Command system online. Objective tracking online. All control systems successfully installed and online.
Systems confirmed. Rachel, redeploy to your base runner.
Copy that.
Attention all stations. This is fleet intelligence for the expedition carrier Kapisi. I will be issuing all mission objectives through this channel.
Pull up.
Before departure, we need to run essential tests on our key capabilities. Vehicle production, resource salvaging, and combat operations. Time is of the essence, so let's run through these quickly. Fleet operations, is your channel clear?
Affirmative. I will be providing all non-critical updates on unit production, research, resource salvaging, and all carrier systems through this channel.
Copy that. Stand by to initiate production test.
It's just a standard tutorial mission.
First, deploy
Objectives we gotta
salvager from
complete
the
in
command
sequence and do
carrier
as quickly as possible, obviously.
Runner copies.
Stand by to commence resource test.
Every Homeworld
Order
game
the
has a
salvager
tutorial
to
mission
gather
like this
nearby
at the start of the
resources
campaign.
located here. Rachel, the Kapisi support cruiser has suffered a mechanical failure and requires immediate repairs before departure.
Get that unit back online. Move.
Use your base runner to repair the support cruiser located here.
Initiating repairs.
So I got a visual cue. Hopefully it works with this resolution, but if I line up the sun with this kind of resourcing bar and hover my mouse over the shadow, I'll have to be able to click on a box quickly.
CU field expanded. Repairs completed.
Good work, Rachel. Stand by for combat test. In order to produce combat vehicles, we will need to invest time and resources in upgrading our tech. The first step is to upgrade the Kapisi's advanced manufacturing facilities. Once that is done, we will be able to build light attack vehicles.
Rally point. Secure location marked. Research light attack vehicle fabrication now online.
First little speed tech, you're only supposed to build 3 light attack
Three
vehicles.
light attack
Building
vehicles
4 to
from the
defeat these
Kapisi.
combat drones actually saves about 5 or 6 seconds.
Light attack vehicle online.
Strike response.
Light attack vehicle in service.
Strike craft ready. Divert power to engines.
Light attack vehicles ready. Vehicle.
Target drones are now ready for weapons testing. Use the light attack vehicles to target and destroy the drones located here.
What's the red line?
Control group 2 designated.
Location marked. All required tests are complete. Give me a go, no-go for launch.
It's okay, I'm good. Come on.
Operations.
What do you mean when the red line is
Bridge.
on your
Go.
guys?
Rachel.
What's up?
What's the
Science
red
teams in
red
place.
line?
We're
It-
go.
Engineering.
I'm going to go like
Go.
this,
Confirm all
so that way I can hear you
systems
guys
go.
talk. The red lines and the green lines, that's the pathing that these units are going to take. There's another little visual cue. This paved rectangle, if I hover my mouse a little bit left and down from the tip, I can launch the Kapisi, which is the last thing we need to do for that mission.
Disengage lock.
Ending in 7:54, which is 1 second slower than my PB, which is 7:53.
Outer doors opening.
Other than that, every mission has like an intro and outro cutscene. You can't skip them. There are kind of like cutscenes that take place in between the mission that are more like story-wise, and you can skip those, and we will.
Bring engines to speed.
So sometimes it might seem like the plot is kind of jumping forward a little awkwardly. It's just kind of the nature of going fast in a game like this. But other than that, the loading screens and stuff, it's a great time to answer questions or talk about mechanics of the game or route changes, developments, that kind of stuff.
So does the red line mean that they were in combat?
Yeah,
All
yep.
stations, this is your captain. Today we embark on a historic mission to find and
The general
retrieve
gist of the
Iraqi
story of
objects.
this game, if you
Lying
want to
in the heart
imagine it
of
like
the
us,
great
say our satellites found
Inside
some sort of
Galcian territory.
object in the Great Sahara Desert, and we
To
sent
our
a bunch
survival
of
on this planet.
expeditions out there to see what it was, but the Sahara Desert had a bunch of crazy religious freaks out there that wanted to kill anybody that entered the desert. That's a good way of what's happening here, or a good way of explaining it. Anyways, this next mission is called the Boneyard. It's still another kind of tutorial-ish mission. There's some good combat. I think the mission's actually pretty fun, and it has my favorite cinematic sequence of the entire game. The first part, we're going to get what's called our sensors module installed, and it gives us the sensors overview map. We'll kind of show that off, and it'll be used heavily. It's kind of unique to the Homeworld series too. Anyways, that's coming up next.
Boneyard Control, this is the PC.
Loading
Request
seems
immediate
kind of brutal.
clearance to dock.
They are.
Copy,
So
PC. We've been waiting for your arrival.
for the longest
Clear to
time,
dock.
it's been
Cruiser standing
27
by.
seconds on average for my PC here. I stopped playing this game for a couple months and came back to it, and now for whatever reason load times are up until like the 35 and 40 seconds, even though I've done a fresh install of Windows,
Boneyard Epsilon Lander
and this is the
607
only
is
game
wheeled
on my
down,
PC
prepping
at the
cargo
moment,
for
so I think there's something wrong with my SSD or something. It's odd. It's odd.
Lowering module. Contact. Releasing clamps.
Thankfully, we have a load time remover for this game when you play with live split, so the timer will pause during load times, and what's left is just game time, and that's currently how the leaderboard is ranked by game time.
Reactivate retired units to bolster our fleet. Intelligence indicates Galcian forces are inbound on our location. We don't have long before they arrive. Rachel, you and the support cruiser need to reactivate the decommissioned units using your repair beams.
Copy that, Intel.
Lock it down. Confirm.
So this is the sensors manager that I was talking about, just gives a tactical overlay of all
Light
the
attack
missions,
vehicle
or
online.
The storm
maps,
to
I
the
mean.
south is growing in intensity and
you'll-
has turned our way.
Mothballed units, so these units are damaged, and we have
Light
to
attack
repair them and
vehicle
add them
in
to our
service.
fleet, which is what the support
Roger.
cruiser and Rachel
Orders
Sujet
confirmed.
are doing right now. They have repair beams on them,
Keep your screens clear.
and they repair damages that any of
just
your
received
ships
a
will
transmission from Northern
acquire
Command.
throughout missions. It's very useful, actually.
They have confirmed that multiple coalition bases have fallen, including Delta,
I don't know.
Juno, and Epsilon.
They could just say like
Here
retired
is under
units too,
siege.
something like that.
It appears
Repair
that
these
the
retired
carrier,
units.
the Sakala, also managed to escape. We are to rendezvous with her and continue on with the expedition at all
Hey
costs.
Finger, are the audio levels good?
Additional groups of contacts detected and closing in. Perimeter turrets engaging enemy units. Keep those Galcian forces away from the Capisi and continue to gather resources and units until departure.
Be advised, Class 5 sandstorm detected on approach. Fleet Group 2 assigned.
Ready. Copy. Coordinate set. Armor ready.
Fleet Group 3 assigned.
New heading set.
Control Group 3 designated.
So right there, what happened was Fleet Intelligence likes to bring up the
Alert.
sensors
Set
manager,
post destroyed.
and they talk to you, they show you objectives, they point out different things they want you to do.
We got something on the horizon.
If you
Waiting
have
for
units
eyes on
hotkeyed to a control group, you can issue
Coordinates
commands
confirmed.
during those kind of cutscenes where gameplay
Light
would
attack
normally be
vehicle is
locked.
under fire.
So it's helpful to be able to get a jump on moving your units
Reading. Green line strike craft
when
destroyed.
other players
A
might
turret
not
is under
normally be
fire.
able to.
Green line confirmed. PC, go ahead.
The Galcian attacks will continue. We require additional forces. We do not have a sufficient number of LAVs. Collect more CUs and build more LAVs immediately.
So the premise of this mission, there's basically a
Light
sequence of
attack
events that are going to
Interceptors
happen.
crossing our airspace.
A
Check
lot
their
of
fire.
small fights throughout different portions of this map, and we'll be moving our forces
attack
to these
vehicle
different points
online.
to kind of spawn camp or get the jump on the enemy units as they appear.
We're clear to
It's actually really fun and kind of cool, I think,
Greeting,
when it
light
plays
attack
out
vehicle
correctly
in service.
and I don't make any mistakes. It
Strike
kind of
confirmed.
flows very nicely. It's cool
Hold fast.
in a good way to say.
Light attack vehicle online.
It's also one of those things, though, if you forget an important step, you
Inbound
can
friendly
suddenly
contacts
be behind by
detected.
30 or 45
Possible
seconds.
survivors from Epsilon or nearby bases.
Service. I hope they make it. We're gonna need all the help we can get. Deposit depleted.
Armored vehicle is taking fire.
For instance, right now, they're positioning those LAVs there.
Allied armor assault
They're
vehicle
actually
is
fighting
under
through this cutscene, destroying units, even though I can't control
Be
anything.
advised, Allied armored assault vehicles are deploying smoke screens to break enemy line of sight.
Strike copies. On our way. Got it. Moving to defensive guard.
Reading for orders. Clear out. Hit it. Armor, go
Fleet
ahead.
Group 3 assigned.
Ready.
Down.
Fleet Group 8 assigned.
Green line confirmed. We're clear. Transferring to your control.
Allied units acquired. The more we save, the stronger we'll be as we enter the desert.
Is in contact.
Galcian heavy railgun spotted. It will have difficulty targeting our units at short range. Our LAV's inherent speed and quick boost ability will allow them to close on enemy units quickly. Use this to gain the advantage. A second flight of friendly interceptors is passing through. Keep your crosshairs low.
Enemy light attack vehicle marked on approach. Be advised.
I just need to kind of micro these units into position ever so slightly.
Warning. Stormfront arrival in approximately 7 minutes.
Sensors. Authentication pending. Move order confirmed. Hold and stand by.
So this game has height advantage in it. If your units are at a higher elevation than enemy units that you fight, you get a damage boost. You do 1.5 times more damage than you would if you were on a normal level or below them. Conversely, if enemy units are at a higher elevation than you, they do more damage to your units. So you can see all of my guys have this plus sign right next to them. That means that they're getting that height advantage boost, dealing more damage to enemy units, which obviously saves time.
Hold position. Alert. Rachel is under fire. Strike crowd ready. Cleared for move.
This group of LAVs, they kind of patrol back and forth. I'm trying to manipulate where enemy units will spawn.
Light
You
attack
can
vehicle
imagine
is
it.
under fire.
There's like a big box here that you can't see, and units can spawn
We need to
at
improve
different
unit
points
combat
inside of this
performance.
box.
Access engineering to select upgrades.
By positioning my units in certain places, it kind of manipulates where in that box that they will spawn. That's the best way I can kind of describe it. So hopefully these units keep spawning right up here.
Strike copy. Green line confirmed.
If I had these elevate group somewhere else, for instance, the enemy units could
Enemy
spawn
railgun
over here,
firing on
or maybe in the middle of that box, and
Recommend
that would be
improving
a
unit
little bit slower.
survivability by investing in engineering upgrades.
Hold! Ready for assignment. Guard position confirmed. Confirmed.
Likewise, when I move them over here, I'm trying to get enemy units to spawn here. There's another kind of box along this way.
Strike craft ready. Push up to that hostile light attack vehicle detected. Enemy contacts on the board.
I want to focus on
our
some
way.
more shit.
That sandstorm is closing on us fast. 5 minutes until Stormfront impact.
Craft taking effective fire. Green line confirmed. Strike craft destroyed. On our way. Guard position set. Reading. Coordinates confirmed. One of our turrets is taking fire. Cruiser ready. Copy. On our way. Op ready. Support cruiser under attack. Immediate fire support on that position. Roger, go, go! Prep for displacement. Move order confirmed. Hammer it. Get us over there. On our way. Engaging strike craft. Green line confirmed. Hold! Armored vehicle is taking fire. Strike craft on lock. Hold and stand by. Hold! It's a straight shot to Jet Salvage Depot. Allied Light Patrol Group. We are inbound on your location. Galcian sand skimmers in pursuit. Request immediate support.
Order the Allied light attack vehicles to use their quick boost ability to escape the pursuing Galcian.
On our way. Location marked. Confirmed.
Rachel here. Control Group 2 designated.
Enemy light attack vehicle marked on approach. Copy. Target set. Hostile sight. Rachel is taking fire. Respond. Hostile railguns opened up. Light attack vehicle is under fire. Strike craft destroyed. Point set. Cleared for move. Proximity warning in effect.
Stormfront arrival in approximately 3 minutes. We're running out of time.
Hostiles designated. Trackers assigned. Confirmed. Clear out! Hit it! Boneyard, Capisi. Allied armor group on approach. We're under fire and need immediate support.
Control Group 3 designated.
Go, go!
So I get 9 free armored assault vehicles. These are the
Hostile strike
ones that
craft
look
down.
like tanks. In the absolute perfect run, those 9 would last me about until I think it's mission 10,
On our
where
way.
they become obsolete. But
Reading.
I haven't had the perfect run yet, so generally I might have to build a couple more throughout the run
Reporting.
if a few get destroyed here and there.
2 minutes until that storm hits. Boneyard staff transferring aboard.
It's a straight shot. Go! Coordinates confirmed. Hostile light attack vehicle detected. We're clear to engage. Enemy railgun firing on friendly. Hold! Orders! Op ready. Strike craft destroyed. Alert! Rachel is under fire. Green line confirmed.
Op ready. Capisi is ready for immediate egress. Ground units, eliminate remaining Gaussian forces and prepare for departure.
Hostile range craft destroyed.
Ready! Get on that receiving!
Hold position. Copy that.
Reading!
Reading. Tracking target. Receiving.
Stormfront arrival in 1 minute. All crews, prepare the Capisi to move out.
Confirmed. Hostile strike craft down. Light attack vehicle is under fire.
All Gaussian forces have been eliminated. Strike. Stormfront arrival imminent.
So that was average. I completed the objective when there was 45 seconds left. I think my personal best had like maybe 57 seconds left. So obviously it could have had a little bit cleaner,
Wind speed in excess
but
of
we got through
300
it.
kilometers per hour.
Copy that. Engaging full shutters. Expect impact on my mark in 3, 2, 1. Mark.
This next mission is called Cape Wrath. I feel like I've optimized this mission the most. Like the Boneyard, there'll be some spawn camping and maneuvering units all across the map. Generally, this mission, I get the same time every single time I complete it within maybe 3 to 4 seconds. It's just kind of that tight with how consistent everything is. Other than that, it's a fairly boring mission for the most part. There'll be a couple of cool little things that I'll point out here and there.
I'm picking up a faint signal. It's an emergency transponder beacon. Could be the Sakala.
Push ahead and search for the Sakala. Board is green. Let's roll.
Is everything in this game actually piloted by humans?
Alert. Sandstorm conditions in
No,
effect.
they have some kind of AI on their own.
Gaussian combat patrols
Like drones?
may be in the area.
Fine. Weapons.
As we push forward, keep your eyes open.
For instance, strike fighters, you just give them a point on the map and they'll fly to that point. You don't actually tell them to like, hey, make a zigzag. You know, you just kind of put a point here or a point here and they'll fly in a straight line generally to that point.
Divert power to engines.
Salvager online.
Right now I'm boosting my LAVs to a specific point on the map.
Onto enemy units.
That's where the sort of trigger is.
To break line of fire and gain a
And this
height
is the one
advantage.
getting damaged, so he
Taking
gets
guard
that.
recommend using their own strategy against
Rachel
them.
kind of hangs out
Gain high
here.
ground
She'll get
and use the
teleported up to
dunes
this
for
point
cover.
once the cutscene starts.
Ready. Reduced sensor visibility is obscuring the location of the signal beacon.
Hostile strike craft down.
Control Group 9 designated. Intel, I've located the source of the signal. It's an abandoned coalition carrier. It's been here for a while. My team and I are heading inside. Delay salvage operations until we complete a search of the vessel.
Copy that. Rachel's team has begun to investigate the derelict carrier. We're exposed as long as we hold position here. A defensive perimeter
Rachel
must be
Sajette is one
established
of
in
the
order
main
to protect
characters of the
Rachel
game.
and
You
her
can
team.
think of her as the lead science
Germs are blocking the
officer
carrier's access to
of
the
this
derelict.
expedition that these guys are
Understood. Smaller
embarking
craft,
on.
you are clear to approach the derelict.
Yep, she's pretty much the main character.
Do you finalize speaker?
Crews are ready.
If she dies,
If she dies, you have to restart the mission over or from a checkpoint. Same with the expedition carrier Kapizi. If your home base dies, obviously you have to restart the mission too. This mission, we also got our power shunting
Carrier
program.
repair systems are
So right now
unavailable.
we have 3
Weapon
power,
systems offline.
and we have 4 different systems here. Armor repair, turrets, and missiles. You can put power into these different systems to power them
Systems
on.
online.
Copy.
The more power that you put into a system, obviously the stronger it kind of performs. So later in the missions we'll get a lot more power to work with.
Rachel.
And I could, for instance, completely max out my repair systems and my reactive armor, and that can make the Kapizi similar to like a tank. Generally though, I max out missiles and turrets because I wanted to have the most offensive capabilities possible to destroy units as quickly as possible.
We'll keep you advised.
Go for Kapizi.
CU's
The
exhausted.
Galcian are using hit and run tactics.
It's something.
Focusing on their lighter units should cause their slower, heavier units to retreat.
Punch it. Getting close.
Light attack vehicle in service.
Displace of that CU fuel. Reading. Reading.
Light attack vehicle online.
This mission has this really kind of steep dune here.
Light attack vehicle in
All the
service.
enemy units are going to funnel past this dune, and so you can just kind of
Enemy
camp on it, give you a
eliminated.
nice height advantage, and kind of just destroy enemies as quickly as you possibly will.
Light attack vehicle online.
Right now I'm kind of waiting for these guys to show up. So these
Light
sand
attack vehicle
skimmers,
in service.
these are the fastest units we will ever see in this game. They are traveling extremely fast, faster than
Light
any normal
attack
sand
vehicle
skimmers will.
online.
In fact, they travel faster than strike fighters. So they have some sort of hard-coded speed boost into them to get from their spawn point down to the Kapizi, wherever that may be.
To support the Kapizi.
Hostile strike craft down.
Control group 8 designated.
Thankfully, they don't have any sort of attack or defense combat bonuses.
The
They're still
Galcian has
weak.
been here already. There's extensive interior damage. I'm detecting a unique signature coming from inside one of the bulkheads.
And they're gone.
Confirmed.
This may be what the Galcian were searching for. Beginning bulkhead deconstruction.
Go for armor. Copy. Stop it.
Light attack vehicle is under fire. Enemy armor disabled. Point set. Destination set. Hostile detected. Visual unconfirmed. Copy. Clear to engage.
Hold! Swing around, mate! Rachel, more Galcian reinforcements are inbound. Return to the Kapizi immediately.
Negative intel. We found a piece of unidentified technology grafted into the carrier sensor array. Keep us covered while we extract this artifact from the bulkhead.
Hostile.
Roger that.
So strangely enough, the trigger to progress the mission is to destroy one of these railguns. That's why we camped our LAVs there to destroy them. Like the LAVs, these railguns have a hard-coded speed boost for this mission only. As you can see, they are quite outpacing my group of LAVs, which wouldn't happen in normal gameplay.
We need to secure it immediately.
Confirmed.
Copy that, Rachel.
Hostile designated. Mark Baron. Hammer it. Get us over there. Hostile armor and companies.
The Ifrit and the Bounce crew had a jury rigged into their sensor array.
Alert.
Okay. I know what they're doing. I think I can merge it with our systems and greatly enhance our sensor capabilities.
Red alert. Command carrier taking fire. On target.
So now we're going to move all these attacking ships to this specific
Shunt
point.
power to the weapon range and damage systems to hold them off.
We're going to spawn camp an enemy cruiser. But there's also quite a large force coming along this way, so I got to kind of micro my units so they don't take too much damage.
Enemy light attack vehicle marked on approach.
I don't want to rebuild
Hostile
units
Rachel's
if I
team
don't
is
have
still
to.
inside the derelict. Her position must be defended.
I will be using the AAV special ability to smoke screen a little bit,
Strike craft
which is
destroyed.
really neat.
Intel, we're almost there. Stand by for extraction.
Rachel, more Galcian are bound to show up. You need to hurry.
Hit it. Copy that.
Engage! Punch it! Enemy armor disabled. Move! Light attack vehicle is under fire.
Zoom way in this thing and get a real up close view of the action too. It's really cool when you like there's a hotkey, I don't know it offhand, but you can disable all the HUD elements when you just get the video or the game feed, I guess. So you can find like some really cool battles and just move the camera all around and get some really cinematic moments and stuff.
artifact along with the carrier's backup data drive.
Good work, Rachel.
It might be.
We'll have receiving crews standing by.
Stand by to power up the
So anyways,
artifact.
there's going to be an enemy cruiser spawning up here. We're not even going to see it
Now.
because we have so many units there, we're just going to destroy it
Sensor
during the
efficiency
cutscene.
has been
There it is.
greatly increased, and interference
And there
from
the
the
guys
storm
go.
has been filtered out.
Excellent. Contact range increased.
With our sensors now operational,
gone.
we've detected a hostile cruiser supporting the enemy offensive. Engage and destroy the enemy cruiser.
Holding.
Resources are scattered throughout
Now
the
we just
area.
have to wait for the
collect
mission
them
to end.
efficiently, we need support cruisers deployed alongside our salvagers. The PC fabrication facilities can now be upgraded to produce support cruisers. Galcian support cruiser destroyed. Remaining enemy units falling back. Enhanced sensors are picking up multiple enemy signatures at the extremity of our range. I've got 2 carrier-class vessels in tow.
The Galcian have located us. We have no choice. We need to keep moving deeper into the open desert. Set course for the Sarathi Basin. Once we arrive, we'll transmit to Sakala our coordinates.
There's an odd visual
Engine
bug that you
crews
can kind of
stand by
trigger
to
at the end of
engage
this
maximum
cutscene
power.
too. Probably should have started explaining that earlier. Alright, so next up is Kalash Site. Kalash Site is where runs that are on good pace die. It's the most luck-based mission. There's a lot of fighting going on. It's very hard to concentrate and multitask and commentate. So if I shut up, it's probably because I'm concentrating pretty hard. Anyways, there's a huge map. There's going to be 3 main points on this map that we need to kind of guard. And the Galcian will be attacking all 3 of those points. They will favor one of them though, so I call them left, middle, or left, center, and right. I want them to favor the right point on this map. It'll make more sense once we get into the mission. So hopefully we get some good luck. If we don't, I mean, it's not the end of the world. I've played through this mission hundreds of times, all different scenarios, so I'm fairly certain I'll work something out.
Closing in on the target site. Rachel, scout ahead and establish a positive ID.
Roger that.
We have arrived in the general vicinity where the Ifrit Nabal recovered the artifact.
So this map is huge.
Spread out and search
We're
the
on
area.
top of a peninsula here, and all the fighting is going to take place in this valley below. So there are 3 points down here that we are going to guard.
Still nothing. Adjusting onboard scanners.
And it can get very chaotic. Other than
It's
that,
gotta
we're
be
just
around
waiting
here.
for Rachel to make
The signal
her
we picked up was significant.
discovery.
Intel. intel. We found something. Are you guys seeing this?
Can you return the game without cutscenes?
Like, yeah, that's what we're currently. Well, without these ones.
Yeah.
No.
Commencing scan.
No, we
I'd be
count.
interested to know how long this game is without any cutscenes.
We count it as game time because
Stand
the
by.
in-game
Checking the
timer
data
is
now.
ticking up during these cutscenes. It's just more like a cinematic that's being displayed. If that makes any sense.
Yeah.
For instance, the
Some kind
cutscenes
of
at the end of
shift.
the mission, or like in
I'm
between
beginning
missions,
analysis of
like
the
there's
main
no game time
superstructure.
though, so that's why we can skip them. But
Readings show
if this,
considerable heavy
you know,
metal
if my timer
deposits.
was at 10 seconds and then
This
after
is
this
definitely
cutscene
the
was at like a
clash
minute
site
10,
that Jake
it
was
would have,
talking
it's
about.
incrementing throughout this entire cutscene, so it still gets counted as game time.
Data confirms the Ifrit-Naval
Even though
artifact
it's
was indeed
kind of a
removed from
cinematic
this
cutscene and not
location.
really gameplay.
I'm also detecting wreckage strewn across the valley below. I'll need to set up additional scanners to get a clearer picture of exactly what happened here. My preliminary scans are incomplete. I need to place a scanner at this location to get more data.
I'm going to retire
Scanner
some of
deployed.
these that don't have
Commencing
very much
surface scan now.
experience. This guy, for instance.
Proceed with the technology contained here is far more
I need to
extensive than
manage my
anything we've gathered
population
to
a little
date.
bit. in this
It will
mission.
advance our existing research programs exponentially. Control group. The resources that are visible now can be salvaged, but there are considerably more within the wreck
Oh, there's-
itself. In order to extract them, we need to establish a broader scanner network so I can develop a complete shipbreaking plan.
Move. Carry.
I'm sending the details to the KPC's engineering team.
Position mark. Take us out.
Scan complete. I'll need some time to fully analyze this data.
We need to explore the valley below to identify additional wreckage from the Kalash. Deploy and secure scanners at each wreckage site located. Alert. The storm is producing tornadoes on low-lying areas. Avoid the tornadoes.
Those tornadoes can
The
get
sand
kind
and
of
debris
annoying
they
at
spin up
sometimes.
chews through light armor. Searching for additional wreckage in the valley ahead could be difficult.
Yep.
If we upgrade
Mostly
our
to
fabrication facilities
lightly
to
armored
produce base
vehicles.
runners, they'll help us in our search.
It's really cool when they fly through like an enemy fleet and just do a lot of damage to them.
Base runner fabrication online.
Now I'm going to swing the Capizzi around.
Begin constructing base runners.
Moving it
and use
around
them
like
to
this is
search
always
for
kind of risky
salvageable
because the
wreckage.
Capizzi has some very like kind of funky
Report
pathing
charted. Carrier copy.
assigned to it.
Set heat
It can
Proceed
do
to
some
rally
pretty
point.
wonky
Secure
stuff.
location marked.
Yeah, that looked alright. And now we're just going to back it up. The reason is
Deploy
these
a
ships are going
probe
to
from one
drive
of
out of the
our base
butt,
runners to help in
so I
the
want
search
them
for
to
wreck sites.
just drive
Knowing
up
probes will
straight
allow
down
us
this
to
hill
quickly
instead of
explore
driving
new areas
out
and
here
search
and
for
having to go
hostile
all the way
forces.
around.
Wreckage site detected.
It's a very kind of like
Reports
minor
great work.
optimization, only
Establish
a few
scanner
seconds
and
at
a
most.
defensive turret.
Send your
Base
message.
runner.
Our scans indicate there are two additional wreck sites.
On the PC, go ahead. Engines, hold position. Carrier moving. Seal hatches.
Set up scanner for area sweep.
So there's going to be 3 of these
Go ahead, 2-3.
kind of wreck bulkheads around the map where each of these map markers are. This group of AAVs will defend this side with Rachel. This group of LAVs is going to kind of patrol between these two as needed. Generally, this is why I like to have the right kind of favored as what the Gelsien are going to focus on, the stronger forces there. And for whatever reason, it seems like the actions that I take in the speedrun, it kind of makes that the most consistent option. It feels like about 75% of the time they focus on
The
that right
Gelsien are
side.
targeting our scanner network. Scramble defenders.
You guys are supposed to
Track all scanning sites must be secured. Recommend deploying turrets from base runners to do so.
Taking effective fire.
And got the lag.
Moving. Hostile strike craft down.
We'll know shortly whether which scanner site
Intel,
will
can
be
you provide an update on
favored.
Sakala's current location?
No response from the Sakala. The storm is interfering with our communications.
Here. Understood. Keep me advised. Alert. Deploy scanner.
Affirmative.
Reading you, command. Premise scanner for deployment.
I want to say it seems like either the center or the left got favored instead of the right.
Additional wreckage site located.
Still kind of early to tell now.
Roger. Good work. Set up a scanner and secure the site. Reroute power. There is still one more wreck site. Continue your search. Scanning teams. Establish defensive turrets on those scanner locations ASAP.
The turret up. Make sure it's calm. Alert. Support craft has been engaged. Send message.
You can actually see the scanner physically come out of the base when it's kind
Deploy a
of
turret on that location. We're ready for orders.
These guys are supposed to be gathering from this group.
Identified target site on scanner. Conducting strike craft. Destroy. Point set. Push up to that point.
I still don't see that production
Hostiles
cruiser.
designated. Trackers assigned. Runner. Support ready.
It's hiding.
We need a turret set in place. Ready. Make ready.
A couple bugs I'm looking out for in this mission too.
Ready.
Reading. Armor vehicle taking effective fire. Tracking armored craft on approach.
I think it's right here.
Enemy production
there it is.
cruiser sighted.
So it went left
Engage
this time
and
instead of
destroy.
right.
Operate.
25% complete.
We'll make it
Hang
through
in there.
These salvages right here, this like geometry of the map that they're on causes them to get stuck. So when they finish up this pile as he used, they won't auto move to another one like they will. They'll just kind of drive and spin their wheels in circles.
Hostile strike craft down.
If that happens, I need to kind of
Reporting.
manually move them.
Defend
Are you
area
site
with the turret.
exhausted?
Salvager ready.
And
Move out. Reading for orders.
so now I need to do a
Gun
little
on.
bit of
Steady
micro-
fire.
Standing by. Science officer en route.
Move. Go for orders. Enemy armor disabled.
Reading. Move order confirmed.
Receiving. Target locked. Strike copies. Runner, go ahead. Rachel is taking fire. Respawn.
Ready. Target repaired. Move.
Armored vehicle is taking fire. Ready. Engage. Move it. One of our turrets is taking fire. Ready. Ready. It's a straight shot. Go. Strike craft destroyed.
The Galcine are attempting to destroy our scanner network.
Visual.
We require
Okay,
rapid
they moved
response
on there on that
aircraft
time,
to
that's
counter
good.
Galcine attacks. Invest in the Capisi's hangar facilities to begin producing strike fighters.
So we just got strike fighter
The data
research.
we've already
Strike
collected
fighters are
is
going to be our
amazing.
most powerful units in the game besides the Capisi once it's kind of powered up.
Runner, go ahead. Attention.
Really
Hostile
useful.
light
They're really
attack
quick.
vehicle
They
visually
deal a lot of
authenticated.
damage. Unfortunately, you got to you can only use them in waves of 3. Meaning you have to build 3 of them in order to get one strike fighter
Strike fighter
launch.
fabrication online.
So we're going to max them
Constructing
out.
strike fighters immediately.
Receiving. Focus on the critical data. Strike fighter. Scan at 80%. Just a little longer.
Order.
Push hostile strike craft down.
Good.
Hostile armor.
Okay,
Eliminate
so I
line
got
confirmed.
issues going
Punch
on.
it. We gotta go. In contact. The captain. A turret is under fire. Sensors post is under fire. Receiving. Alert. Turret post destroyed. Alert.
We've lost the scanner. Replace it to resume the scan.
Taking effective fire.
My name is Mythics.
Strike fighter approach vector dialed in.
Green light combat alert. Enter support craft down.
We
Green
lost
light
the
attack
base runner,
vehicle
that
is under
sucks,
fire.
but the scan is just about done, so
That's
that's
it.
okay.
Scan complete. We've got it. He was decommissioned.
Move order confirmed.
Now we just got to kind of mop up the units as
Reposition.
quickly as
Strike
possible.
craft destroyed. We got
And
something on the
I've
horizon.
I
Waiting for
maxed out
eyes
my
on to
population, which
authenticate.
is not good.
Reading.
1, I need to build 1 more strike fighter. 2, I need
Go
to
for
build
armor.
2 resource collectors.
Armor is en route.
Runner.
Alert.
as well.
LAV down.
But these LAVs will
The
die.
captain. Enemy light attack vehicle marked on approach. Hit it! Attention.
Strike fighter approach
Contact.
dialed.
Enemy armor. Bearing designated. Inspector dialed in. We're in the pipe. Target. Readjust. Enemy armor disabled. Ready. Send. Enemy railgun firing on friendly. The sensors post taking fire. Armor, go ahead.
Rachel
Support
should-
ready. Move out and be ready.
Ready for command.
Pain.
Listen up. Red alert. Command carrier taking fire. On our way. Crew ready. Hostile strike craft down.
Strike fighter approach vector dialed in.
Alert. Sensor post lost. Op ready. Tracking hostile. Armored vehicle is taking fire. Alert. Rachel is in contact. This is the captain. Warning. Rachel's hull is at 75%.
Strike fighter approach vector dialed in.
Attack vector dialed in. We're in the fight. All hands.
Maximum fleet capacity reached.
Go ahead.
That's not good.
Reposition. Reading. Hostile sighted. Hostile range craft destroyed. You're ready.
It might
Copy.
make it.
Moving. Crew
The
ready.
fleet is at maximum capacity.
I need a unit to die like immediately.
Attention. Reading.
Strike fighter coordinates dialed in.
Attack course set. Railgun sighted. Moving to engage. Punch it. Let's go. Hammer it. Get us over there. Strike craft destroyed. Ready. Hostile railguns have opened up. Alert. Red alert. Command carrier taking fire. Reporting. Salvage your copies. Mobilizing. Receiving. Coordinates confirmed. Listen up.
Strike fighter approach vector dialed in.
Armored vehicle has been destroyed. Systems online. Armored vehicle taking effective
There's a
fire.
guy
Tracking
showing
hostile
up
light
back
attack
there.
vehicle detected. Green line confirmed. Ready. Target. Readjust. Reading for order. Hostile armor marked. Punch it. We gotta go. Armor target set. Reading.
So we actually lost
Alert.
some
Rachel is
AAVs
under
too.
fire. We're ready for orders. Copy. Moving. Hostile strike craft down.
Countering on him.
Op ready. Armored vehicle
What
lost.
is a lie? Jesus
Go
Christ.
for order. Contact. Counter. Strike copy.
Actually lost quite a few AAVs actually.
Hostile armor eliminated.
Alright, so that went rather poorly.
This scan is unusual. I've never seen anything like it. I need to start breaking down the data immediately.
But we made it through it, so we can rebuild in the next mission. We'll be alright.
Crews are ready.
Thanks.
What do you need?
We've successfully completed our scan of the Kalash wreck, but it may only be a matter of time before the Gaussian carriers vector onto our position.
It's kind of unfortunate. I like it when that mission goes well. But like I said, it is the most luck-based mission, so if you get
Intel,
bad
I
luck,
fed the scan data into the computers and added my spectrum and IR readings.
there's not a whole lot you can do other than try and play well.
Copy that. We're all eager to hear the results of your analysis.
I bet. You're gonna like this.
So this mission is called Kalash Wreck. This takes place on the same map that we just played on, Kalash Site, just during the nighttime. If Kalash Site goes well, Kalash Wreck is very easy. If Kalash Site goes poorly, Kalash Wreck can take a little extra time. But other than that, it's a fairly straightforward mission. We kind of had to build up our fleet in this mission for the following mission. The following mission after this one is pretty action-packed with a lot of fighting in it.
Intel, detailed scans have identified one section of the Kalash with energy readings far exceeding normal parameters. I'll begin salvaging there first. Once I've confirmed my shipbreaking plan works, we'll move out into the valley below and expand operations.
Copy that, Rachel. Deploying security teams to defend the inner perimeter.
Approaching the wreck now.
Copy that, Rachel. Proceed with shipbreaking operations.
Reading you. We will need to use several demolition charges. I'll need to place the charges on the wreck and detonate them once I'm clear of the blast zone.
Understood.
Go for Capizzi.
Charges placed and enabled.
Moving out.
All right. Pull back to a safe distance and initiate detonation.
The charges can be detonated individually or as a group. There it goes.
Demolition charges are the first of 4 special abilities that Rachel will get throughout the campaign.
Nice work.
Collect the artifact. We need to collect that artifact and return it back to the Capisi to research it.
Send orders. We got an assignment. CU's identified.
Artifact recovered.
The artifact we recovered has been installed successfully. The Capisi is already registering a massive increase in available power.
Systems ready. Capisi power levels are surging. Nice find, Rachel. Copies. Okay.
Attention fleet. The artifact manifest.
We also have a lot
now
more power to
available
play with
review
now
the
that we've
latest
gathered
science
that
analysis and
artifact.
data. Power to avoid system. We must push out into the valley and salvage the remaining wreck sites before we run out of time.
Understood.
Capisi reading.
Be aware. Scattered Gaussian contacts detected near wreck locations in the valley. Ensure salvage teams are
We're actually
well
very low on CUs. I think something went wrong in the last mission.
Understood. Salvage teams form up
This
and await
pile
orders.
should have been harvested. I must have not been paying attention.
Railgun operational.
Salvage are ready.
I've updated the salvagers with the demolition charge
We'll
schematic.
make it through it. Fine,
They'll
though.
require CUs to produce new charges.
Understood.
Prime charges. Set charges. Right there. We read you.
Railgun online.
Set.
Railgun enhancements online.
Secure is removed.
Intel, be advised. Hacking Gaussian units is now available. By accessing their shared network, I can commandeer their vehicles.
Prime charges.
If you can get them aboard the Capisi, our engineers can reconfigure their control systems. Once that's done, we can allocate them to our fleet.
Alert. Ordnance out.
Sounds like a plan.
Charges.
Attempt to commandeer one of their units to confirm the system is operational.
Prime charges.
Intel, we found an artifact at this location. Looks promising.
Great work. Continue salvaging.
Hello?
Gaussian air units are probing our position. Artifact
Anti-air turrets now available for construction.
signed.
Reading. Anti-air turret templates loaded into the base runners.
Move to location.
The main assault force will arrive soon.
Intel, we found an artifact at this location. Looks promising.
Copies. New head.
Great work. Continue salvaging.
See you. That didn't take long. Gaussian forces are responding to our salvage operations.
Gaussian strike group confirmed on sensors. Redirect offensive forces to our salvage crew's position.
Wow, he got
Enemy deploying in next direct site.
iced that
Expecting
salvager. That's
Gaussian
kind of
reinforcements.
Be advised.
As he was heading
all
back, he
wreck
got
sections
attacked by a
site
group
have been
of
processed
enemy
successfully.
sandskimmers.
Strike fighter approach vector dialed in.
Green line confirmed. Engines on.
I'm launching my strike fighters now because there's a pretty terrible bug in this game. I call it the strike fighter bug.
Op ready.
We're being hailed by the Gaussian carrier.
The very first time that you launch a wave of strike fighters, I don't know the reasoning,
Railgun
but
enhancements
there's
online.
a chance that they won't follow your orders. They'll just kind of launch out the Capisi, circle, and then land, and they won't go to the objective that you told them to go to. It's very frustrating when you need those strike fighters to go to a place that you designated on the map and they kind of ignored your decision. So it only occurs the very first time that you launch strike fighters during a mission. So by doing it when you have spare time, it ensures that in the time that you need them, that they actually do what they're told. So I'll be doing that a lot in other missions, just kind of randomly launching them to different places on the map, hopefully to get them out of whatever glitched state that they might be if they were to launch from the Capisi first time. It's difficult to explain.
Salvage teams. Sensor activity is increasing. Expect the main Gaussian force to arrive soon.
Strike craft. We're going as fast as we can here.
Signed.
Understood. Keep your eyes open and be ready to pull back to the Capisi.
You feel.
The Gaussian commander Kagan has cornered us.
This went down.
We are heavily outnumbered. They will mount their assault from all sides. We must stand our ground. All personnel, man your battle stations.
We're ready for.
Fleet Group 9 assigned.
Nope.
RU coordinates acquired.
Picking up sensor contacts all around us. We must pull back to the Capisi.
Confirmed. Get back to the Capisi immediately.
Hostiles.
Gaussian units approaching. This is going to be close.
Armor incoming.
All available forces are to protect salvage crews and the Capisi. All other concerns are secondary.
Taking effective fire. We read you. Identified RU site on hostile strike craft down.
Be advised, the Gaussian have deployed a new variant of their armored combat unit.
Attention.
It appears to have replaced its standard armament with a missile battery.
I also
will
don't
allow it
want
to function
this
as both
LAV
ground
group to
fire
take too
support
much damage,
and
because
mobile
if I have to
AA.
rebuild them, it's rather
Salvage are ready.
annoying. They're fairly important
Light
for the
attack
next
vehicle
mission.
online.
Warning. Green line confirmed. Reading. Enemy railgun eliminated.
Control Group 2 designated.
Coordinates
I think they
confirmed.
should be alright for the rest of the mission, though.
Capisi copy.
I might as well get AAV fabrication now, since I'm not having the perfect run and I will need to build some AAVs later. Unfortunately.
CU
So
deposit.
Rachel just got her second ability. It's called the hack ability. It shoots like a big ball of hacking energy. It's kind of odd. Onto an enemy ship. That enemy ship will then travel to the Capizzi and then be repurposed to join your fleet. So it's really nice to steal some
Send message. Light attack vehicle is under fire. Op ready.
powerful units
Orders.
and add them
Cameron,
to your
get us over
fleet
there. Green line
to
confirmed.
kind of bolster your overall attacking power.
Ready. Send.
RU site exhausted.
Red alert. Command carrier taking
CU
fire.
field expended.
Red alert. Command carrier taking fire. Enemy railgun firing on friendly. This is the hostile armor. Eliminate.
Standing by.
Alright, so I can show that off
Hostile
here. I'll
range
have
craft
this
destroyed.
assault ship.
Alert. Rachel is in contact.
It works. I've assumed control of the Gaussian vehicles. Sending it to the Capizzi now.
We are being overrun.
The Capizzi can also launch missiles
Strike
through
craft
solid
destroyed.
objects.
Before we start pulling it in.
You'll see that throughout the
The analysts are gonna want
missions
to see
too.
the report. Receiving. On our way.
CU site exhausted.
Sedim reinforcements have arrived. I say again, Sedim reinforcements have arrived. All units, hold fast and maintain position.
Capisi.
So that
This is Captain Rashad of the Sedim carrier Sakala.
So I get the stars
Be advised,
eventually. I
the
didn't
enemy
say it was
carrier
like
Ashoka
points,
and
so
her
I was
fleet
just
have it surrounded.
Understood. We
I
warned
get to
you and
the
our
game. Turns
coalition
out
partners for
someone did
years
16
of the
star run before
Gaussian threat.
Justin Constant.
We called for a total
Honestly.
cleansing of the
But
desert
somehow, for some
wastelands,
reason, that
but now
happens.
this appears beyond our reach. I
So,
suggest we finish
yeah.
off the
Anyways,
Christian
after finding
while
out,
we
I
have the
actually
advantage.
grabbed the 9 stars
Agreed.
because it was at 2025. I get to be
The
out
Gaussian carrier has an escort of multiple
half an hour,
cruisers.
maybe 40 minutes. doing
Recommend
this
immediate
stupid,
advance on the Gaussian position.
BLJ for the 50 star. And then I said, you know what, screw it, I'm gonna leave. And then
say again.
I turn on the
Request
next and
targeting
fine,
the siege
one more
cruiser
time. Then I do it. So I say, you know
Move
what?
to intercept. Copy,
So
Sakala.
then I do the other
We got something on
BLJ.
all
just
units. Move on those siege
get
cruisers
best in the
now.
dark world.
Strike
Some
craft
people
taking
are
effective
already
fire.
pretty
Ready.
fast.
Point set. Alert. Siege cruiser verified in the AO.
It's just like-
Respond.
Did I misclick? These are supposed to okay.
Alert. Light attack
The
vehicle
LAV's
destroyed.
got him. Hey, and I didn't lose too many either. Hooray.
And they all kind of laughed as I missed 6 jumps. and
Armor,
everything,
go
jumped
ahead.
from the top level to the bottom.
The enemy
Fleet
is
Group 3
withdrawn.
assigned.
Strike copies.
Didn't die.
Overall, not bad, and we're not in that terrible of a position. So we completed that mission so quickly that there's going to be some text or in speech during this ending cutscene. Captain Mashad is going to talk, and he might talk over the Capizzi captain, depending on how fast you complete the mission. It's kind of like Mashad is on right here. He's kind of on some sort of timer instead of actually checking what point of the mission he's supposed to talk. My mouse will also disappear at the end of this mission. It does every single time I play, and I kind of gotta maneuver it by memory. It can be quite tricky and also quite frustrating if you lose position of where your mouse is and then it disappears. Anyways, Belladin Dudesy is pretty action-packed. Similar to Kalash Site, there are 3 points that we need to attack. There are the 3 production cruisers that we have to knock out, destroy, as well as a large security force, and then the enemy carrier Ashoka is going to appear at the end of it, and we have to destroy that as well. It's actually quite a quick mission though. I mean, a good time would probably be somewhere around 6 minutes and 30 seconds or better. It's just a heavily action-packed, fun mission, and a lot can actually go wrong though too, so make sure you have your wits about, and hopefully I don't screw anything up too badly. Oddly enough, I've had this mission play without background music several times. You'll just hear like the sound effects, but no background music.
Position and ready to engage.
This time we had background music though,
Understood.
thankfully.
Moving to attack now. Good luck.
First off, I hope I don't get the strike fighter bug, because I'd like my strike fighters to go over here and destroy a production cruiser.
Galcian production cruisers marked at these positions, likely supporting salvage crews. A security patrol
Looks
is
like
moving
that
between
wave
the three
did,
cruiser
and
locations.
that wave did too, so good. They didn't bug out.
Destroy all production cruisers and eliminate that patrol.
Op ready.
Alert. Galcian combat patrol responding to our attack on the production cruiser. The first
We also
Galcian
got 2
cruiser
free
destroyed.
bombers that kind of was explained in
The
between
Galcians
missions.
seem to be adjusting their
Bombers are
formation.
pretty sick.
Can you confirm? Cruiser eliminated.
Stand by, Capisi. Confirmed.
Weapon range systems
Be advised. 2 groups of Galcian combat units have broken away from the main patrol force and are strengthening defensive positions around the remaining production cruisers. Galcian production cruisers are actively fabricating new units. Stand by for enemy contact.
Op ready.
Sometimes this production cruiser will come out of its little hidey hole, and you
On our
can
way.
destroy it, but it's traveling back into the hidey hole at the moment.
Confirmed. Coordinates confirmed. Enemy production cruiser has appeared in the AO. Light attack vehicle is under fire. Hostile detected. Visual unconfirmed. Armored vehicle is taking fire. Hold! Ready!
Keep the speed. Second production cruiser destroyed. Be advised, all remaining Galcian combat units are converging on the final production cruiser. Incoming transmission from the Sakala.
completed.
Fire!
Strike fighter approach.
Sakala, your signal is breaking up. Isolate and dampen interference.
I wonder why they spaced out so much that time. They're just supposed to travel to this point, you know, not like screw around or anything.
Alert.
Sakala, say again. What is the Ashoka's vector? Sakala, do you read? Over.
Go for range.
We are well within range of their broadcast. The Galcian may be jamming the signal. Alert. New class of Galcian unit detected. It appears to be a modification of the Star Hall heavy railgun.
That might actually be kind of a
It is
problem with
faster
destroying
and
this
has a higher
production
rate of
cruiser if the
fire,
whole
but a shorter
force isn't
range.
there.
Repeat. Group 8 lost. We read strike craft taking
Looks like they're all going
effective
to get
fire.
destroyed too, which is unfortunate.
Op ready. Alert. Light
So I
attack
have to
vehicle
reload
destroyed.
some.
This is the contact. Enemy armor. Bearing designated. Armor vehicle taking effective fire. Be advised. Group 2 lost. Repeat. Group 2 lost.
Light attack vehicle online. Strike fighter approach vector dialed in.
Attack course set. Railgun copy.
Light attack vehicle in service.
Go
Fleet
ahead.
group 4 assigned.
We got something
All I
on the
need to do is
horizon.
just
Waiting
move
for
that,
eyes on
and
to
then
authenticate. Op ready.
these guys are coming to attack me.
Battle report. Enemy production cruiser destroyed. Ready.
I might hold my PZ here ever so slightly.
Strike craft destroyed. Reading.
These guys are just kind of hanging out over here instead of being
detected.
aggressive towards me like they normally should.
Receiving.
Fleet group 2 assigned.
Green line confirmed. Listen up. We got a railgun under fire.
Vector dialed in.
Rainbow fire stand. Where's the fire? Go for orders. Target locked. Enemy armor disabled. Light attack vehicle is under fire. Alert, alert. Command barrier taking
Easy
fire.
will be okay.
Reposition. Alert. Strike fighters alert. LAV down. Armored vehicle is taking fire. Ready for orders.
Support ready. Hacking unit.
Alert.
Copy.
Railgun lost.
Rachel
Reporting.
also isn't supposed to be down there.
Advance to mark CUs. Reading. Reading. Attention.
Final production cruiser group destroyed.
Okay, well we destroyed everybody.
Intel, I've managed to clean up the
It was a
Sakala
little
transmission.
sloppy.
It's not perfect, but it's the best it's gonna
Actually
get.
kind of major
Control
sloppy.
group.
But we'll make it through here somehow, some way. We always do.
Good work, Rachel. All stations, prepare to engage
Ideally, I want the Capizzi pretty close to this location when this next cutscene starts. They can travel during the cutscene to make the final little bit of distance, so that'll work out.
Enemy carrier detected. Moving fast on our location.
This is the first of several enemy carriers that we will fight and destroy throughout the campaign.
The Ashoka is heading towards a nearby resource deposit and is at full combat strength. Prepare defenses.
I'm gonna harvest some extra resources that I normally don't harvest just to
Receiving.
marathon safety strats.
Armor, go ahead. New heading set. Green line confirmed. Go ahead.
Control group 4
Alright, so the
designated.
Ashoka is slightly invulnerable for, I
Designated.
want to say maybe 20 to 30 seconds or so.
Enemy light attack vehicle marked on approach. Point to
We're going to use our LAVs here kind of on a suicide mission. And their objective is to attack the Ashoka and draw all these units over here as much as they can, or it looks like we're going to work this time. But we're doing damage to the Ashoka, and we need to back up.
Railgun is taking effective fire. What the hell was that?
An electromagnetic pulse.
Multiple units disabled.
Estimate time to recovery.
Ideally,
Until then,
if that strategy works correctly, all the enemy units can kind of drug over here and get EMP'd by the Ashoka, while your units get out of the range and you're allowed to attack.
Until the EMP disabled units come back online.
Now the Ashoka just kind of travels along a specific path, so we're just going to move backwards as it travels towards us and kind of roll on it.
Anti-air defenses. Recommend airstrikes.
strike craft destroyed.
And it goes down fairly quickly, actually.
Alert, railgun down.
Intel. EMP energy signature detected. They are recharging the weapon.
Understood. Advise when the EMP
The Capizzi disappears even though the mission is still going on,
Armored vehicle
because
is
it doesn't
taking
want it to
fire.
be a part of this next cutscene.
You have proved a worthy opponent. But let your joy be tempered with the
It kind of looks like it just sinks into the sand, and you normally don't notice it unless you've been playing the game.
There
for a
can be
long
no
time.
peace on Kharak, so long as your Kithid pursue a path to the stars.
I didn't get the final time on that mission, but I can only imagine it was probably 7.5 minutes, which is not good. But if that mission goes poorly, you have time to rebuild in Galzian base, which is this next mission. This is my least favorite mission of the entire campaign. It's not like it's a bad mission or anything. From a design standpoint, it's just not that fun for me. I don't know. It's kind of, there's a lot of objectives that we need to complete in order, and if you miss one of those objectives and you have to go back to, say, destroy something, it then ends up costing you a lot of time. Again, these load screens are taking about, I want to say maybe like 15 seconds longer than they normally used to. And I don't know what's changed over the, the year and a half that I've been playing this game.
Look at the scale of it.
They must have been resourcing this wreck for years.
Imagine how many artifacts, how much Galcian research is stored inside that base.
All units, prepare to engage the enemy. Substantial resource deposits confirmed. Begin salvaging operations immediately. The cooling system recovered from the Ashoka has been
So
installed.
we actually lost quite a few
Terrain.
units.
We are reading a significant boost in reserve power.
We'll have to rebuild quite a bit. Hopefully we have the resources
Go ahead.
The
for it.
Ashoka's EMP technology has been adapted to my base runner as a ranged device. Any target caught in the impact zone will be completely disabled, though recharge time is a concern. We're online.
Our strategy is working. The Sakala confirms they've drawn away much of the outpost's defenses. We need to work quickly to secure the area.
Fine. Armor systems inoperative.
Okay, so we're gonna launch our strike fighters
Vector
now.
dialed in. Light attack vehicle in service.
Armor ready.
Reading.
Light attack vehicle online.
Strike craft destroyed.
Light attack
A
vehicle.
patrol guarding the Galcian resourcing operation has been alerted to our presence.
Fleet.
Sensors indicate this force is heavily armed against both air and ground engagements.
You're neutralized.
EMP charged and ready to go. Time for a field test. Designated.
So the goal here is to get
Galcian
Rachel and the
salvage
support
group is
cruiser
falling
up
back
to
in
this
the
part
main
of the base.
complex.
If we do it quick enough, we actually avoid having to fight some
Green
enemies.
line confirmed. Reading.
Railgun operational. Fleet Group 4
So I'm
assigned.
slowly kind of rebuilding my fleet as best as I can.
Railgun read. Combat alert. Bomber lost. Contact. Enemy armor. Bearing
I lost my
designated.
bomber too. It must have been flying over these
Armor,
missile
go
ships.
ahead.
That's not
Coordinates
good.
confirmed. Reading.
Railgun online.
The captain. New sector designated. Move out.
Runner.
Hostile production cruiser verified. Take it out.
EMP.
Light attack vehicle is under fire. Hostile railgun opened up. Alert. Rachel is in contact.
Reading.
Enemy railgun.
Yes, it worked. Turrets disabled.
All
I need
hands.
these
Be
missile
advised,
ships
targeting control
destroyed.
towers is more effective than targeting individual turrets.
On target. Enemy salvager destroyed.
A second group of Galcian shipbreakers is retreating toward the base.
On our way. Copy. We're clear to engage.
The remaining Galcian shipbreakers are falling back to the safety of the base.
We got a railgun under fire.
Receiving.
Op ready. Armor copy.
Target to front. Move order.
We've gained a foothold in the excavation site, yet heavy turret emplacements block our advance. Their visibility and firing arc is limited. However, they are equipped with heavy caliber rounds and are well armored. Get Rachel into the base, but make every attempt to outflank them. A direct assault would result in significant casualties.
Control Group 4 designated.
Move.
Those heavy turrets are operated from centralized control towers.
Display.
Targeting the control towers with an EMP burst should temporarily disable the turrets.
This is not good either. I need Rachel and the support cruiser to kind of hang back where they normally
Get this
would.
cruiser moving.
We must work quickly to secure the complex. The Sakala's diversionary engagement remains uncertain.
Rachel is under fire.
Get Rachel inside the outpost immediately, so she can begin gathering intelligence. Advise deploying a support cruiser alongside Rachel to repair any damage sustained by turret fire.
Launch EMP.
Alert! The fleet is taking fire from heavy turret emplacements.
Cruiser destroyed. Send. A railgun is taking effective fire. We read you. This is the captain. Get us moving. We're taking out an enemy turret.
Enemy
I
turret
don't know why they
systems
focused on the
offline.
turrets instead of the.
Move confirmed. We've detected something. Can you confirm visual? Reading.
Standing by. Contact report. Please respond.
Output to minimum on
Approach vector dialed in.
Op ready. Reading. On our way. Attention.
The fleet is at maximum capacity.
Support cruiser under attack. Immediate fire support on that position.
Rachel should definitely be
Confirm
there.
move.
Support ready.
Armor ready. Deploy smoke. Armor confirmed.
Tax payload on target. Armored assault on.
Be advised. Galcian signatures detected exiting the main complex.
The armor disabled. It's a straight shot. Go! Light attack vehicle is under fire. Go ahead. Our bomber is taking fire.
Ready. Punch it.
So I lost my other
Light
bomber there
attack
too, which
vehicle
is
online.
terrible. So this run just now went from
Reading for order.
being somewhat salvageable
Contact on the
to
board.
complete
Alert.
garbage.
Light attack vehicle destroyed.
It's okay, we'll keep
Ready.
playing though.
Receiving. Alert. Friendly taking hostile fire.
The worst that can happen is
Salvager ready. Prime charges. Prime charges. Be advised.
I
Salvager
go
group
over
2
my
lost.
estimate
Strike
by
copy.
a bit.
Group 2 lost.
Fleet Group 2 assigned.
Warning. Rachel's hull is at 75%. Got eyes on hostile. We got a railgun under fire. Go for orders. Hostile range craft destroyed. Reading for orders. Op ready. Support cruiser under attack. Immediate fire support on that position. Tracking ground strike. Go for orders. Ready for orders.
It's not going well. I guess it just makes it a little bit more interesting because you got to kind of play on your toes now.
Science team, moving inside.
Something I never knew is the units
Roger
go
that.
level up.
Be careful, Rachel.
You have a persistent fleet in this game.
Rachel, what is your team's status?
I can see how that'd be bad
Status
if it's not
report.
in the middle of
I've disabled the outpost's remaining turret emplacement. The Gaussian database is extensive, however. I'll need more time
I
to extract
accidentally
it.
destroyed the unit that I was.
Armor, excellent work. Keep us updated.
Advance to mark CUs.
Intel, I've ID'd a Gaussian Honor Guard cruiser in one of the outpost service hangars. It can be integrated into our fleet.
The Honor Guard cruiser is located here. Send a support cruiser to recover.
It's really sad because, like,
We can expect a Gaussian
or not sad,
counterattack
but
to
kind of like
reclaim the base
disappointing.
shortly. Eliminate
It was like
all
the night
remaining
before I
Gaussian
left
forces and
for,
defend Rachel's
or
position.
not the night, but the last time I got a good chance to like practice
Go
this
for
game, I
armor.
actually set a new world record.
CU field depleted. Control group 3 designated.
It was about by 30, I think it was like 37
CU
seconds or
deposit
something like that.
depleted.
So
Ready. Going mobile.
Fleet group 5 assigned.
Salvager ready. Move out. We read you.
we're actually really low on resourcing units too, which could be a problem.
Hostiles designated. Tracker assigned.
Anyways, we got
Enemy
this
armor
honor guard
approaching.
cruiser added to
Railgun
our
is
fleet.
taking effective fire. Armor vehicle taking effective
I'm
fire.
gonna try and do this fight as fast as
Kharak, get us over there. Receiving. Alert. Railgun down. Receiving. Target locked. Ready. Engage. Engage on.
Artifact recovered. Authentication confirmed.
Fire. Reading. What are you waiting for? Fire back on. Move to fire. Strike craft. Destroy. Speed up.
So this honor guard cruiser is the first like attacking cruiser that we get added to our fleet. It's a Gaussian design, so it
Strike
hovers,
craft taking effective
which
fire.
makes it slightly faster than other cruisers. It shoots a gigantic rail
The
shot
Gaussian has exposed
that
their
does
fuel source
a lot
and
of
it's off
damage,
the
and it has a
chart.
nice like
It's only
kind
a
of
matter
spread.
of time before it blows.
Rachel, you and your team need to evacuate now.
I want to build units, but I also don't want to burn through all my
They may know
resources.
what the primary anomaly is.
Attention, Rachel, it's not worth it.
I have
Get your
actually a
team
lot
out
of
there.
extra population
Light
because
attack.
I can do this.
I
Just
managed
be
to
ready
lose
for me when
both
I'm
my
done.
bombers in this mission, surprisingly.
Salvager copies. We copy, Sakala. Go ahead.
We lost transmission, Captain. The Gaussian forces have split into two groups and are advancing towards the main complex perimeter. They are forming a blockade around the facility to prevent our escape from the blast. Clear a path through the blockade for Rachel to escape. The captured Honor Guard cruiser is equipped with a manually targeted railgun. Use it to break the blockade.
Displace to that CU. We've got hostile on sensors. Confirm visual. Enemy light attack vehicle marked on approach. Off red. Enemy production cruiser sighted. Engage and destroy. Target set. Enemy railgun eliminated. Go ahead. New target. Hostile armor
Okay, let's make
eliminated.
sure my guys are actually.
Salvager
collecting
light attack
resources.
vehicle is under
Last little
fire.
bit of time that we have.
RU coordinates acquired. Moving the site. Advance to mark CUs. PC copies. Ready. This is the captain.
Control group 2 designated.
Attention.
So ideally, if I had my two bombers here, I would have completely destroyed this range
Strike
forces.
fighter approach
It's
vector dialed
pointless.
in.
It doesn't actually
Green line
advance the
confirmed.
mission any
Engine
quicker. We're on an auto scroller part of it until this ticks down to 1 minute. It's just kind of the swag feature you could get in this mission.
Railgun operational.
Alert. Siege cruiser verified in the AO. Respond.
Database extraction complete. Clearing the outpost hangar now.
Range craft destroyed.
All units, evacuate the main complex. Say again, the fleet must clear the main complex.
4 assigned.
Op ready.
Reading.
Armored assault operational.
Enemy railgun firing on friendly.
Armor, go ahead.
Fleet Group 3 assigned.
So right now we're kind of having like a get to the chopper moment. We need to get to this safe zone before the outpost detonates in 30 seconds. I'm also taking a look at my time, 11 minutes and 30, that'd actually be some 40 seconds probably, 40 some odd seconds.
Enemy contacts on the
That
board.
is probably about a minute slower than I want to be on this mission. Maybe even a minute and a half. This is not as intense as some Hollywood movies would make it seem.
Rachel.
Yes, I read you. That was close.
And my mouse has disappeared again. There it is. Okay. Oh, this next mission, Tomb of the Ancients, it has the third longest cutscene in the game, besides the intro cutscene, obviously. It's also very lore, story, and plot driven, especially some of the cutscenes inside. It's kind of like the crux of the plot, or the big discovery is made. Other than that, it's a fairly boring mission, though. The gameplay is not too exciting, and it's one of my missions I'm not a huge fan of.
Hey, Rachel. If we find what everyone is hoping we will, the water riots, the food rationing, it could all become a distant memory. Our salvation lies in the desert, sis. I know it.
Rachel. Rachel.
Yes, I read you.
Short-range sensors are picking up scattered wreckage in the valley ahead. That's strange. Our satellite data shows nothing here.
Intel. I'm going to scout ahead and take a look.
Galcian are evacuating this site. Wrecks have been identified at these locations. All shipbreaking teams, stand by.
So here's a good example of the strike fighter bug, where some of these strike fighters are automatically launching and then docking. That's why we're doing it now instead of when it's important.
Advance to mark CUs.
Reading.
Stretching is real. You hungry? Me too.
You're gonna want to see this.
Nah. We can go together. Unless
Incredible.
you would gonna die. I'd rather
The
you
ship. It appears to be fully intact. My God. How is this possible?
A good real-world application of what's happening here is, I kind of explained it earlier, but say we went out into like the Sahara Desert and we found like alien spaceships buried in the
Salvage
sands.
crews standing by.
You know, it's
I'm
kind of
picking up
the
significantly
discovery that they
elevated
made
power
here.
signatures somewhere in the area. If we can find that power source and integrate it into the Capizzi, it will significantly increase our energy levels in all systems. Ready. The walls of the canyon are distorting my scans. We need to send out salvage teams to find that power source. Secure it.
Agreed. This could be the most powerful artifact we've discovered so far. Salvage teams form up.
Strike by
Artifact found.
Strikes.
Excellent work. Send reinforcements to escort the salvage team.
I wish we had
And
more
we wanna
time to
shunt our
investigate this
power, too.
location. The archaeological data alone would keep our scientists busy for years.
Siege cruiser verified in the AO.
I would give anything to meet the people who engineered this technology.
Enemy armor disabled.
Strike fighter coordinates dialed in.
Green line confirmed. Engines on. Battle report. Hostile siege cruiser eliminated. Speed up! Strike craft taking effective fire. Hold! Ready.
Alright. Alright, so we need to send the Capizzi and Rachel on a, excuse me, a really kind of a long distance move.
On our way.
Rachel will generally get there fine. It's the Capizzi. Whenever you send it on a kind of a long distance move, like I said earlier, the pathing of it can kind of do some wonky things. It'll make a path where it shouldn't go. Suddenly the Capizzi is clipping into objects and stopping and spinning around in a circle, and it's already, you know,
Green line confirmed.
a slow enough ship that you don't want it to
Guard order confirmed.
take any extra time that it needs. So it can be kind of frustrating when you're expecting the Capizzi to be in a place only to find out that it got stuck on a rock and is twisting around in circles.
CU field expended.
Coordinates confirmed.
This is Rachel, go ahead.
Ready, send.
Strike fighter coordinates dialed in.
Attack vector.
CU deposit depleted.
Be advised, tracking hostiles. Send enemy light attack vehicle marked on approach.
Identified targets.
Enemy armor on approach.
Sweet. Salvage are up. Time's a wasting.
Op ready. Move order confirmed. Listen up.
So far it looks like everything's going good, and hopefully I don't jinx anything.
Just imagine the secrets they hold.
Hostile salvaging teams, be aware. Gaussian forces are attempting to extract artifacts from the wrecks at this location.
Hostile
salvaging teams, be aware. Gaussian forces are attempting to extract artifacts from the wrecks at this location.
So one of the things I've been doing in missions, and I'll kind of talk about it now, is when you blow up wrecks, you have a chance to find these like artifacts. I collect them when I don't have to go out of my way to collect them because they provide some sort of arbitrary boost.
light attack vehicle is under fire. Armor, go ahead.
Sometimes there's a couple of good
Armor
boosts
vehicle
that
taking
you can
effective
get.
fire.
We'll see what this one is once we've
Alert,
collected
LAB
it.
down. Reporting. Allied craft ready and engaged. Provide fire support. Orders! Ready, send.
The Gaussian are positioning siege cruisers at elevated positions to stop our advance. Attacking these cruisers from below will prove difficult. Upgrade our facilities to produce tactical bombers and target the Gaussian siege cruisers.
Reading you. RU deposit depleted.
Salvage are ready. Advance to Mark C.
Railgun online. CU's exhausted. The power source has been located at one of the wreck sites.
Gun reading you.
Understood. Redirect all available forces to acquire and escort that power source back to the Capizzi.
Contact. Enemy armor. Bearing designated.
On our way.
So there's an enemy
Coordinates
siege cruiser.
confirmed.
Sometimes it can come this way, sometimes it goes this way. Looks like this time it came towards us, so we need
Strike
to
fighter
destroy
approach
it.
vector dialed in.
Attack course. Strike craft. Destroyed.
Power source has been returned.
Get moving.
Great work. That extra power will give us a tactical advantage.
I can't wait to take a closer look at this artifact. I can only imagine the potential applications for this technology.
Rachel, we're picking up significant sensor contacts inbound at high speed. Prepare for Gaussian counterattack. Receiving.
Tactical bomber fabrication online.
Begin constructing tactical
Okay, we're good.
bombers.
Confirmed. Enemy siege cruiser destroyed. Oh,
So we're gonna fight another enemy carrier. This one doesn't really
We've
make
got
that
enemy
much sense to me.
contact.
Seems kind of shoehorned
Missile launch
into the end of
detected.
this mission. Just don't know why it'd be kind of chilling out in this valley,
The Gaussian carrier Renza is moving towards our position.
waiting to kind of
Prepare to
ambush
engage.
us. I don't know.
this is the
Amazingly, we're still doing well on resources despite having to rebuild several
Cruiser ready.
ships.
hostile strike craft down.
Runner. New coordinates verified.
Ready. Move order
I'm
confirmed.
kind of getting
Alert,
my
hostile
units in
strike fighter
place. I
circulation.
want the
Alert,
Renza and
Rachel
the
is under
Capizzi to
fire.
kind of converge at the
Hostile
same
armor
time.
incoming.
Receiving.
There's also a missile ship up here. If I can use Rachel's EMP ability
Hostile
to kind of
interceptor
tag
down.
that,
Runner copies.
it means I'll be able to
On our way.
use
A railgun
strike
taking
fighters to
effective
destroy
fire.
this.
The Gaussian are escaping with an artifact. Cut them off.
Key target vehicle.
Warning, Rachel's hull is at 75%.
The Renza is shunting power to armor and is on the move.
Gun down.
Gaussian repair crew en route to the Renza. Eliminate them.
Man carrier taking fire.
We're picking up elevated energy signatures. The Gaussian carrier Renza
So that was an 8:15. That was actually pretty quick. I think my personal best is like an 8:07. So it's good to see that some missions are kind of on track to get completed quickly. The next mission, quite a little bit to talk about. One, it's called the Whispering Gallery. Two, the beginning cutscene for this mission, or intro cutscene, whatever you'd like to call it. It's heavily bugged. There will be times where the units that are supposed to be displayed in the cutscene will not spawn. You'll just hear like the sounds and kind of see the map react to what they're doing, but they won't be in the cutscene. It's about 50-50 whether the cutscene works well or not. I don't know what causes the bug. I think it's because the game's trying to save like system resources. There's a lot of lag in that cutscene, so maybe there's just too much lag and it despawns units. Hard to say. And if I was ever going to die, this is the mission that's going to happen, because we have to 1v2 some carriers at the end of it. That could be quite stressful and difficult. So we do not have the enemy units, which is unfortunate because it's supposed to be a really cool shot. So all these units are fighting in this valley. It's a really cinematic shot. Huge fights going on, but they'll pop in at the end of the cutscene.
Roger that. We're closing on your position now. Prepare for allied contacts. PC out.
The Sakala is currently positioned here.
So there they all are.
Ready all combat groups to support Allied fleet. Watch for friendlies.
Okay, I don't have bombers. I thought I would have bombers.
Capizzi, we're under fire. Requesting support.
Enemy armor disabled.
So we also have the strike fighter bug happening here. It's just a mess.
Unidentified craft on approach. Mark the bearing.
We also have to send the Capizzi on a long-range move,
Go ahead.
which always is kind of scary.
Ready, send. I'm ready. Guard order confirmed.
But on the upside, we get some really sick technology in this mission.
Salvage are ready.
We get a hack upgrade for Rachel Shijet. She can hack enemy
The
cruisers.
Galcian are pummeling the Sakala with long-range missile barrages.
Allied craft destroyed.
Upgrade the Capizzi's cruise missile silos now.
And we also
Copy.
get cruise
Taking
missiles,
guard position.
which are
Hostile
pretty much
range
just like
craft
tactical
destroyed.
nukes.
Strike fighter approach
Hostile light attack vehicle detected.
So I need to get my
Attack order
air over
detected
there.
something. Can you confirm visual? Guard for enemy armor on approach. Go ahead.
To defend the Sakala, which is our
Hostile strike
friends,
craft
obviously.
down. Alert. Friendly taking hostile fire.
The Galcian carriers are barraging us with heavy ordnance.
Order confirmed.
We have sustained multiple hull fractures.
South 5. Copy that, Sakala. Hold on.
Bomber copies. Railgun locked in.
Copy. Target hostile armor. Eliminate. Armor vehicle taking effective fire. Ready. Moving into escort. Enemy railgun firing on friendly. Punch it. Let's go. Enemy railgun eliminated. Op ready. Escort that craft. Our bomber is taking fire. Listen up. Interceptor taking fire.
Okay, good. We only lost one
Allied
strike
craft
fighter.
lost.
That sucks, but we can live through that a little bit better.
Cruise missile silos online.
Battle cruiser
Sorry
inbound.
about
Cruise
that.
missiles will decimate clustered enemy forces and static defenses at extreme range.
Okay, I need to make sure I
Op
have
ready.
enough. I do have enough
Make
there.
ready.
Alright, I'm going to max out my population on railguns, which is probably going to eat up a lot of my resources. But we are going to be
Go
fighting
for Allied craft has
two
been
carriers.
engaged. Provide fire support. Hostile light attack vehicle visually authenticated.
And
Send
railguns
messages.
do the best against them.
Enemy contacts on the board. Allied craft down. Galcian missile barrage detected.
We also
Take
have a
evasive
guy
action.
hanging out.
Control group 3 designated.
Moving to guard position.
Railgun online.
Alright, so let's get some
Strike
air over
fighter
there and
Our
provide
enemy
our
on approach.
allies.
Green line confirmed. Engine time. Go for armor. Go ahead. Scans active while we move. Galcian missiles are smashing the Sakala's armored plating.
Railgun.
We must push the Galcian forces away from our Sadim allies.
Be advised, Allied craft destroyed. Lock on target. ready. Readjust target. Go ahead. Hostile strike craft down. Allied craft lost. Hostile range craft destroyed. Reading. Alert. Friendly taking hostile fire. Lock us.
Railgun online.
New heading set. Railgun reading you.
Control Group 4 designated.
Easy copy.
But it's not out yet. So that's not fun. So nobody's actually placed
We're ready for orders. Place hull charges. We read.
Railgun operational.
Maneuver up. Alert. Hostile strike fighter in circulate by. Alert craft. Enemy heavy cruiser detected. Going monk. Got hostile on sensor.
Artifact position
Confirmed visual.
authenticated.
Alert. Allied carrier taking hostile fire. Enemy light attack vehicle marked on approach.
Alright, we're gonna use our
Armored
first
vehicle
cruise missile here.
interceptor destroyed.
Take out
Hostile armor incoming. Missile sequence
this
initiated.
little cluster of
Clear to
enemies
launch.
that are trying to flank us.
Hostile railguns have opened up.
It's actually a really poor.
Nearby. Allied craft destroyed. Hit it! Unknown vehicle has been destroyed. Designating hostile. The Sakala is taking heavy damage. Allied craft has been engaged. Provide fire support. Go for armor. Strike craft destroyed. Line confirmed. Hostile armor eliminated. Reading.
Strike fighter approach vector dialed in.
Attack vector dialed in. We're in the pipe.
Standing by.
Alert. Allied carrier taking hostile fire. Receiving. Move to intercept. Punch it. We got a railgun is taking effective fire. Salvage your car. Alert. Hostile battle cruiser inbound. Identified our multiple missile signatures detected. Missile barrage in the air. Hostile on sensor. Authentication pending. On the move. Allied craft lost. Enemy railgun eliminated. Target readjust. Hostile strike craft down.
Artifact recovered. Authentication confirmed.
Enemy railgun firing on friendly.
Try and hack this honor guard cruiser.
Hack payload on target.
Alert. Railgun down. Alert. Hostile lighting hostile vehicle detected.
Fleet
If
Group
I
4
can't,
assigned.
then oh well. But if I can, nope, too late.
Enemy armor on approach. Be advised. Allied craft down. Strike craft taking effective fire. Guard order confirmed. Alert. LAV down. Receiving. Keep the speed up. Target locked.
These guys actually only need to destroy the railguns now.
Overdrive. Punching. Reading. Moving. Roger. Moving to guard. Allied craft lost. Strike craft destroyed.
So now I'm just gonna let the Sakala defend itself while I wait for my units
Alert.
to get in
Allied
position over
carrier
here.
taking hostile fire. Reading. Ready. Send. Enemy armor disabled.
Armor systems active.
Go from range. Get us underway.
Here we got some pathing going on. That's
Armor ready.
generally not what happens.
Armored assault online. Fleet
Ready.
Group 3 assigned.
Allied craft has been engaged. Provide fire
Once the
support.
Sakala destroys all these armored assault ships, we can have our LAVs
Hostile
attack
interceptor
this
down.
honor guard cruiser and take it out.
Copy. Target set.
And that'll be the
Cameron,
objective
get us over
to
there.
defend the Sakala.
Community
Once that
copy.
happens, then I am going to make a safety save
Hostile
because things have
designated.
been going
Trackers assigned.
rather rocky,
Armor, go ahead.
to say the least so
Underway.
far.
Light attack vehicle is under fire. Enemy bombers detected inbound on the Sakala. Alert. Light attack vehicle destroyed.
I need a bullet for my gear because I literally have nothing except for Mars.
The Galcian carriers are falling back.
Cruiser ready.
Railgun online.
Alert. Hostile bomber on approach. Capisi. To
Together we have driven off the Gaussian Crescendo.
Operational.
Roger that, Sakala. Alert. Enemy heavy cruiser detected. Reading.
CU field expended. Control group 4 designated.
Coordinates confirmed. Be advised. Allied craft.
Alright, so I'm going to try and play it as safe as I can here.
Railgun ready. Alert. Friendly taking hostile fire. Reading.
Hostile.
Guard confirmed. Reading.
We are readying a group of light attack vehicles to scout enemy positions.
Hostile fire. Copy that.
These enemy carriers, they have some pretty impressive missile systems. If the Capizzi gets hit by one of these missile barrages, it's probably going to go down to about, I want to say, 10 to 12% health, somewhere in there. So it's nearly a one-shot KO.
Use the terrain to our advantage by utilizing artillery cruisers. Upgrade fabrication facilities to begin producing artillery cruisers.
I need to kind of watch out for that, and unfortunately I don't have too many more resources to harvest in this map, so I lost a lot of those armored assault vehicles and the railguns on the trek over here because I misplaced the position of that cruise missile.
Contact. Enemy armor. Bearing designated. Be advised. Tracking hostiles. Target on the
But I'm going to keep these armored assault vehicles up in the front, so this missile barrage should target one of them instead.
Waiting for eyes on to ascend.
Rest in peace.
Armored vehicle locked.
But as long as I let my railguns just kind of hammer on the carrier,
Provide fire support. The captain.
it goes down fairly easy.
Armor ready.
The only problem with this mission is there's going to be a lot of units over here, and I can't really use air because there's going to be a lot of missile ships too. So I'm just going to try and slowly back my fleet up as we attack the Retribution.
Proximity hostile. Engage. Be advised. Allied craft down. Alert. Railgun. Alert. Carrier is taking fire. Strike craft taking effective fire.
Target set. EMP.
LG carrier has been
Crew ready. Engage armor vehicle taking effective fire.
The remaining enemy carrier is taking defensive
So there's
action.
one down.
Continue the pursuit.
Hostile range craft.
We can use a cruise missile here.
Target on the board. Alert. Carrier is taking fire. Enemy fighters have engaged.
Other than that, the Capizzi really needs to start getting out of there.
Be advised. Group 5 lost. Repeat. Group 5 lost.
Carrier warning. Heat levels are spiking. Reroute power to avoid system damage.
Receiving. Rachel is taking fire. Respond. New heading set. All hands. Alert. Railgun down.
Be advised. System heat level.
Capizzi, be advised. We are deploying a group of armored assault vehicles.
Go for orders. Roger that, Sakala. Listen up.
So as long as the rest of the fleet can kind of stay alive,
Ahead full.
we had this mission in the bag, and we actually completed it
Warning, Rachel
not
Collins
in
at
a
75%.
terrible amount of time.
Alert, BC is taking fire. Warning, Rachel Collins at 50%.
So as long as Rachel
Alert,
boogies it out of there because her health is going down very fast.
Warning, Rachel is
Okay,
below
we made it.
25%.
So the hardest mission's out of the way now. We're not in a great position, but we're in a manageable position for this next mission, because this next mission, how fast you go, kind of piggybacks on how well this mission did. But if we can make it through the next mission, the run's in the bag. I mean, the next mission is the only one we have to worry about, so that's something to look forward to. Pressure is almost off. So this mission is called Kashar Approach. It's the shortest mission in the game if you do it quickly. It can be about, I want to say, like 5.5 minutes or so. A very quick mission. All we do is we power up the Capizzi to the max, and we just kind of blitzkrieg through this plateau of enemies. Things can still go wrong. If the Capizzi is heavily damaged from the last mission, the Whispering Gallery, it can die very easily. Thankfully, Rachel will regenerate her health in between missions. Also, if you've lost a lot of your fleet when you fought those two carriers, obviously you can't destroy the enemy ships surrounding those two carriers, so your fleet takes quite the beating. If you're low on ships, it's fairly hard to get through this mission. But we get my favorite ships in the game. They're called assault cruisers. We'll try and build a couple of those. Hopefully I have the resources for it. Because I also have 3 very expensive technologies to research low.
both Sujet and Sadim, are currently inbound, which means we need to secure that plateau.
There are multiple access points. All units prepare to engage the enemy and take the high ground.
This is the mission where armored assault vehicles and LAVs become obsoleted.
This is the captain.
Armor, go ahead. Guard position locked in.
Eventually,
Turn
we're
ahead.
getting to the
We
point
need to
where we're
avoid
going to
its
build
line
a
of
whole
fire.
fleet and call it good.
Fleet Group 4 assigned.
Get us underway. Reading. Guard order confirmed.
Why is the Capizzi not moving? I thought I told it to go all the way up here.
Distant waypoint set.
Carrier repair systems are unavailable. Weapon range systems.
Sakala have engaged Galcian forces, delaying their arrival.
Power to avoid system damage.
We got a railgun under fire.
Strike fighter approach vector dialed in.
Alert. Railgun confirmed. Anti-pop. We've got hostile on set. Confirmed visual. Hostile railguns have opened up. Enemy railgun eliminated. Crew ready. Enemy production cruiser has appeared in the AO. Light attack vehicle is under fire. Receiving. Keep the speed up. Armored vehicle is taking fire.
Intel, with the data from the Galaxy base decrypted, we have gained access to some new research on artifact technology and how our enemies use it.
Ready. Armored excellent. Thank you, Rachel. New upgrades to the Capizzi's fabrication systems are now available. Alert. Recommend commencing upgrades now.
Go ahead.
Go for orders. Target locked.
The Galcian are dug in behind heavy turret emplacements.
Hostile range.
In order to punch through, we require a heavily armored cruiser. Upgrade the Capizzi's fabrication facilities to produce battle cruisers.
Turret down. Let's get moving. Keep engaging. Get him off us.
So we really need this turret control
Railgun
tower.
is taking effective fire.
Target repaired. Move. CU site exhausted.
Go for armor. Guard order.
Combat relay.
Alert. Multiple cruisers detected atop the plateau.
Place of that CU field. Attention. We're taking out an enemy turret underway. Listen up.
Research completed. Standing by. Focus the repair.
Hostile armor eliminated. Reading. Enemy railgun eliminated. Hostile detected. Visual unconfirmed. Hostile light attack vehicle visually authenticated. Red alert. Command carrier taking fire.
Enemy AA units on the plateau. Our airspace is compromised. They must be removed.
Engage. Crew ready. Target is destroyed. Strike craft taking effective fire.
Runner.
All hands. Move through this hot zone. Hostile production cruiser verified. Take it out. Armor vehicle taking effective fire.
The Sakala has disengaged from enemy forces and now on approach to the plateau. Galcian bombers inbound. Prepare anti-air units.
Each cruiser destroyed. Reposition. Listen up. Salvage ready. Enemy railgun firing on friend. Go for orders.
Support ready.
Attention. Full power. Strike craft destroyed. Ready.
Aliens.
Armored vehicle has been destroyed. We got a railgun under fire.
CU field expanded.
This is the captain. Receiving. All hands. Unidentified contact. Designated hostile. Reading. Move out.
Reporting.
Reading. Green line confirmed. Battle report. Enemy production cruiser destroyed. Crew ready. Enemy light attack vehicle marked on approach.
Fleet Group 3 assigned.
Alright, so we got one
Armored
assault
craft
cruiser,
on
which
approach.
is generally
Armored
we get
vehicle is
two.
taking fire. Ahead. Alert. Carrier hull at 50% integrity. Ready for order. Battle report. Hostile siege cruiser eliminated. Hold position. Alert. Alert. Carrier is taking fire.
On target.
Receiving. All hands. Alert. Railgun down. Reading. Fire. Push it back. Light attack vehicle is under fire. Receiving. Readjust.
looking really shaky, actually. Not much, I actually can't research that. Alright, hopefully I can position this cruise missile correctly.
Hold the plateau.
LAV down. Target set. Launch. Tracking target.
Standing by.
I did manage to
Repair the
snag
critical
one of our
systems
cruiser,
records
which
5
helps.
assigned.
The plateau
Correct
is
hit.
secure.
At least I did that correctly.
Excellent work. Galcian forces in retreat.
Alright, well, we're through the hard parts of the game. This next mission, even if I go in it with barely any resources, there's so much harvesting that you can do and salvaging that you build your entire in-game fleet in this mission from scratch, pretty much, with lots of upgrades, so we'll make it just fine. This is the longest mission, which I think is kind of ironic considering it's on the same map as Kharak Plateau, or Kharak Approach. This one's called Kharak Plateau. Kharak Approach is the shortest mission in the game. Kharak Plateau is the longest mission. This one's long because it's an auto-scroller, which is our speedrunner's favorite type of gaming. Basically, I have 15 minutes to defend this plateau. And there'll be a lot of building, a lot of researching, and a lot of defending. It's not a whole lot going on in this mission besides those few actions.
Capisi, this is Lander 05 Bravo. Do you copy?
Copy 05, go ahead.
We are inbound on your marker. Emergency fuel critical. We are racing the gauge and will only have one chance before our tanks run dry.
Understood. Direct rocket rolled out.
We must defend the landing zone until our transports arrive. We anticipate Galcian assault will come at us through these approaches here. Turrets and mines will prove effective at these choke points.
Hostile craft in AO.
We've had salvage teams reclaim the wreckage of several Galcian heavy turrets. The turrets have been positioned at defensive locations on the plateau, but their armor is damaged. Repair those turrets. We'll need all the firepower we can get.
So I'm going to retire any light attack
Galcian
vehicles
forces
and
are approaching our contact
armored
range.
assault vehicles.
Hold the high ground at all costs.
Board is green.
This fleet is actually pretty sketchy.
Control room 3 designated.
Move us out.
Send orders. Construction units identified.
Proceed to rally point. Secure location marked.
Salvage are ready. CUs identified. Proceed to site. Go for carrier.
We have insufficient CUs.
Salvage array ready.
They'll be
We've
okay.
exposed additional resource sites on the far side of the plateau.
Railgun copy.
Salvager online.
Salvage are ready.
Capisi reading.
Salvager online.
Carrier copies.
RU site exhausted. Operations update. RUs in the region have been drained. An RU site has been depleted. Construction resources exhausted.
What do you need?
Strike fighter online.
Identified.
Strike fighter ready for service.
Carrier.
Research completed. We have insufficient CUs.
I'm maxing out all of my aircraft. They're going to be very important for the next few missions.
Support cruiser now operational. Strike fighter online.
Ready, you command. We're clear. cleared to move. Let's go. Go for Capisi. Cruiser ready. Roger. Orders confirmed.
We don't have sound from the projector. How about the projector?
Carrier here.
Alright, we don't have sound for the projector because it overheats the projector, so the people that are playing are going to be playing in front of the TVs.
RU deposit depleted.
And then that's
Bomber
spectators.
operational.
I'm going to be entering everybody on the sign-up sheet and challenge just a bit, and then we'll start calling out.
Systems ready.
CU site
With this
exhausted.
many people, we probably are going to have to
Proceed to RU site. Ready for assignment.
So, yeah, we're just gonna do. You got one shot to
Salvage array ready. PDA active.
Kharak World Championship.
Go for care.
Gaussian reconnaissance force has arrived.
Yes, actually. there is
Assault
a
cruiser
sweat.
ready for
There's,
assignment.
we're going to get very fancy.
Enemy Gaussian aircraft inbound.
We've got hostile. Deploy anti-air to
That's because
intercept.
this is
Enemy
the
railgun
second
firing on
Green
friendly.
Hawk Championship.
Receiving. Reading.
It's not just for our guns. And then we also have some nice
Alert. Hostile strike fighter in circulation. PC copy.
Strike fighter approach CU field expended.
Attack courses. Unidentified craft on approach. Marker clear. Salvage array.
Pilot confirmed. Returning to carrier.
Hostile range craft destroyed.
More Gaussian forces have entered contact range. They're coming at us from all sides.
Proceed to site. PC reading. Systems up. Destination set. PC, go ahead.
Assault cruiser ready for assignment.
Got it. Systems online. Location marked. Systems ready.
Pilot confirmed. Returning to carrier.
Go for carrier.
Railgun online.
Ready for assignment.
Control group 8 designated.
All three lander signals in the green and on designated approach vector.
Ranged online. We're clear to proceed.
Assault cruiser ready for assignment.
Acknowledged.
Fleet group 3 assigned.
Ready.
Come on.
Control group 4 designated.
Let's roll.
Research completed.
Go ahead. Hostile armor incoming. Enemy contacts on the board. Hostile armor eliminated.
CU field depleted.
Hostile railguns opened up. Ready for orders.
Return for decommission and fleet reassignment.
Online. Point set.
I don't want this honor cruiser to kind of go
Enemy
off on his
railgun
own.
eliminated. Support cruiser under attack. Immediate fire support on that position. Send message. Go to salvager under fire. Defend that craft. Hostile strike craft down. This is the captain. We have ready for captain. Attention. Send message. Green line confirmed.
Base runner assembled.
Hostile light attack vehicle detected. One of our turrets is taking fire.
Control
I will
group
need
7
base
designated.
runners for the very end of the game. It's helpful to
Prepare to
build them
rendezvous.
now.
Acknowledge. Get this cruiser into the fray. Push through. Hostile range craft destroyed. Receiving 5x5. Set new heading. Attention. Receiving. Strike craft destroyed. Advance to mark CU. Red enemy armor. Safe. Enemy railgun firing on friendly.
A lot of expensive technologies that I need in this mission too. And unfortunately, I'm kind of bottlenecked by how fast I can salvage. But RUs are extremely important in building these assault cruisers, which ideally I would like 2 or 3 more of. I think I should be able to by the time this mission is done. They can have fun. I don't mind. This run is almost done too anyway, so.
Enemy railgun eliminated. Alert! Species incoming fire. Up ready. Green line confirmed. Unknown inbound. Designating hostile. Hostile light attack vehicle visually identified. Salvage Copy. On our way. Ready. Set.
Construction resources exhausted.
Hostile strike craft down. A turret is under fire.
There's a little bug in this map's geometry.
Enemy airstrike inbound.
Our units are able to fire through this slope, so you'll see units down here actually taking damage, even though the bullets are flying through the ground to get to them.
Hostile detected. Visual unconfirmed. Make ready. Assembly section. A railgun is taking effective fire.
Control group 3 designated. Railgun online.
Red alert. Red alert. Carrier taking fire.
Carrier repair systems are unavailable. Armor systems active. Carrier warning. Heat levels are
Oh, that's right,
spiking.
you
Reroute power to avoid system damage. Armor power reading at maximum.
Enemy light attack vehicle marked on approach.
Carrier warning. Heat levels are spiking. Reroute power to avoid system damage.
Alert. Hostile bomber on approach.
Fleet Group 4 assigned.
Ready. Set. Go ahead. Strike craft. Get it destroyed. One of our turrets is taking fire. Go for Capizzi. Contact. Enemy armor. Bearing designated. Crew ready. Receiving.
I think I have all the technologies that I need. It looks like it. I have basically the minimum amount of units that I need to.
Control Group 4 designated.
Now I need to move the Capizzi over here.
Ahead full.
And then all these assault cruisers over here.
Reading. Assuming
Assault cruiser ready for assignment.
ready for order. Go ahead. New coordinates verified. We got a railgun under fire. Ready for order. Assuming
CU deposits depleted.
reporting. Defend that craft. Reporting. Maintenance protocols in effect. Cruiser copies. Ready.
And obviously we'll collect the last of these resources during cutscenes, so we'll have plenty that we need for the next few missions.
Enemy armor disabled. Capizzi copy. Reading.
Railgun
We,
operational. Fleet
if
Group
we
4
obviously,
assigned.
if we had the time, we could max out the fleet, but we'll get it as close as possible and call it good.
Railgun online.
Alert. Hostile strike fighter in circulation. Acknowledged. Hostile interceptor down.
Control Group 4 designated.
The Sakala is in contact range.
Railgun operation.
Casey, this is Sedim Lander 29 Echo requesting clearance to land.
Copy 2-9. You were clear to land.
Understood.
The Sakala has arrived. Looks like they coordinated their arrival.
Is there anybody who wants to play that does not sign their name on the board?
Once they offload their supplies, prep for our jet landers. It's going to be touch and go. I want medical and fire suppression teams on alert.
If you haven't signed up, you want to play. Otherwise, we are going to be... Has anybody not ever played this game before? Okay, we have 5 people who...
The Galcian are deploying anti-air forces here. Eliminate them in order to clear the landing zone.
Yeah, you might want basics by
We have to fight through the major leg here.
Hostile armor eliminated. Stand by for launch authentication team.
Other than that, this mission is in the bag.
Galcian anti-air squad destroyed.
One of our turrets.
Both
Another
Galcian
bullseye.
anti-air squads have been neutralized.
And we even have some resources to spare.
Landers requesting clearance.
Though we could use a couple more railguns probably. And an assault cruiser wouldn't hurt, but we have more than what the minimum fleet needed to beat the game quickly anyways.
To our coalition brothers and sisters, you have inflicted great devastation upon the Galcian scum. For that, we applaud your bravery. We will not forget your sacrifice. But our time of ascension is at hand. Only the Sedim and our Kithsav are of divine origin. Only we can claim the bounty that lies at the heart of this desert. The first city and its secrets belong to us, and us alone.
Alright! I'm gonna actually...
Press F to pay respects.
We are ready to start.
Scramble all emergency crews immediately.
Alright folks, we are ready to begin. I just need to grab my tasty beverage. Are we ready to go? Alright. We're gonna let them finish this round.
By the way, this is the second longest cutscene in the game, and generally when I go take a bathroom break,
There we go. Okay. Needhog 2017 World Championships begin
I bought the
with
game, but I haven't
Aaron
played it
Kimmel
much.
on left side.
Well, you're watching the end of it if you don't want to be spoiled.
It's okay. It's gonna take me a long time to even.
This mission is called Torn Crater. It's the second to last mission. This used to be the worst mission in a speedrun for this game. It was heavily luck based, even more so than Kalash Sight. One of the devs, his name is Michael K. He's really, he's into speedrunning too, which is really cool. And he came into my Twitch chat one time and gave me a couple of hints because he actually worked on this mission. So he's one of like the 2 people I've actually collaborated with on this game. And he cut this mission time down probably by like 5 or 6 minutes, just by that one little hint that he gave me. It was actually really cool, really helpful, because it turned this mission into be wanting the worst to actually not hard at all. It's fairly consistent now.
On tear right now. Somebody hit the PlayStation button. Stop hitting the PlayStation button.
Do you want some?
But you push the Xbox button while you're playing games too?
Capisi, do you copy?
He's gonna get run through. And yellow is just defiling like yellow earns it. Oh, man, way to go, yellow. Rips out his heart. Oh, he was rough to his Remember what happened last time you did this?
Rachel. We have you on long range scan.
Oh, now he's climbing around.
They're closing on your position. You are in imminent danger. Do you copy?
Roger that.
Oh, yellow gets by.
Rachel is located here.
And we move on to the next screen. Here we go.
System units are attempting to capture her and seize the wreck. Defend Rachel until the Capizzi
we're
arrives.
back in the middle area.
The reason this mission sucked, first off, it's a very big map, and you're in the center of a crater. So if you were to travel up the slopes of this crater, the enemy units would be obviously attacking you and getting their attack damage boost.
Oh, yellow, this is with a throw.
Armored vehicle is taking fire. Go for order. Sentry post is taking fire.
The goal here is to find and destroy all these Sadim attacking units.
Strike craft destroyed.
Now they spawn at the corners of the map. You might see the red pings around here. But since we're playing on easy difficulty to go faster, the enemy units, their AI does not actively engage you. So what they do instead is they just kind of float around the edges of these maps and just kind of camp. And what you would have to do is go and hunt them down yourself.
Armor is en route.
And it was extremely annoying, and it was extremely luck-based where they spawned and what positions of the map they traveled to.
Hey, friends.
New heading set.
It really sucked. It was really frustrating because you could lose like 3 or 4 minutes at this point in the game.
Reporting.
Michael K came in and told me this strategy and said if you travel to this point of the map and ignore all the enemy units, they actually despawn.
Support ready. Light attack vehicle.
And then the game spawns this one group of units over here.
Rachel, be advised. The Sakala is closing on your position fast. She will arrive before us. Move.
Copy that. Hurry.
As long as you can destroy this one group of units,
Strike craft down.
the mission's actually not that bad then.
Kelsey in the area.
It's on par on any other ones.
Coastal armor. Eliminate.
Reporting. Runner copies.
Runner, go ahead. Roger that. Coordinates confirmed. Set up mines. Get on it.
Reading. Reading you, command.
Enemy railgun eliminated. Reposition.
Support ready. Science officer en route.
And that's that. This next part of the mission is something that I kind of coveted for a while. It's a strategy that was hinted to me by Michael K, and he left it for me to figure out on my own, which is actually kind of cool. He told me it was possible, but didn't tell me how, and it was up to me to kind of figure it out.
Rachel strike force is
We have to destroy the Sakala now,
engage and rendezvous with the Capizzi at once.
and the way we're going to do that is with an air battle ball and a couple of railgun shots. So thankfully all 3 of my railguns survived. They're going to play an important role here.
Oh, it is? Yes. Yeah. I know the jazz regime, sorry.
We have
But still
Rachel in
good.
sight.
Sketchy.
Reducing speed. Be advised, the Capizzi has been operating in the red for hours and she is overheating.
The Capizzi has taken damage from overheating the drive systems. Our trailer guide will arrive soon.
Intel, I've recovered the transponder and trigger artifact from the Titan wreck. My scan of the area has identified an advanced...
This is why we maxed out our air population in the last mission.
Be advised, system heat levels are stabilizing. Carrier repair systems are unavailable.
Coordinates verified.
A little bit of a camera issue.
Charge full. Go ahead. Scans active.
Okay, wait, hold up.
Ready.
3 minutes is 5 minutes is gonna take a while.
Unknown inbound. Designating hostile. That's confirmed. Go for range. Target set.
So this battle ball of air, we're just going to send it.
Air launch detected.
Attack the Sakala.
Go ahead. Be advised. Enemy support vehicle authenticated. We've detected something. Can you confirm visual? Hostile. McCaffrey. Interceptor taking hostile fire.
The Sakala carrier has sustained moderate damage.
Our bomber is under alert.
All units
air did more than half the damage. Cruise missile is going to take it down even further. And then these railguns,
The Capisi is vulnerable until we get that coolant technology.
they're going to knock it down
Make this the
the final
priority.
few
Thinking of
shots that it takes to destroy the Sakala.
is at critical health.
Now we call that one cycling the Sakala, and it took me forever to figure out how to do that. It's kind of embarrassing looking back. It took me that long. But it turns it into one of the easiest carrier fights in the game.
Next up we have Dan Thompson versus
The reason I call it the one cycle is in the past I'd have to use 2 air battle balls to take it out, so I'd send 1 air battle ball, knock it out, had the cruise missile take it down, and then have to wait for my air to recharge and then send them back out there, and it would take 2 cycles of air to destroy it. Well, figuring out how to do it in one cycle obviously saved about a minute on that mission, and I think it looks cool too. Anyways, we're coming up to the final mission, Kartoba. We're going to fight 2 carriers again. They're significantly easier than other missions because we have a beefed up fleet, plus we get a couple extra tips and tricks to help destroy them quickly. I'm just going to say the first part of this mission is probably the most action-packed mission that we'll ever see in the entire campaign. The gameplay is just riveting.
Okay, all right, Arthur, you are on the next round. All right, next up, we've got Amanda Seaman on the left versus Zach Gilbertson on the right.
Let's get Rachel and
We
her
have
team
the
into the
second
critical
official
rapid
match.
immediately. Time is of the essence.
All right.
Expect Galcian forces to
So when everyone push X on the home screen, both of you press the PlayStation button to make sure your controllers are on. There you go, and then hit start, and then we'll just restart on the castle. So change level of the castle. There you go. All right. No, we're good. 5 minutes, go. And yellow runs right into orange sword to begin the match. Here we go. Yellow with that rusty attack. Oh, yellow's yellow's amazing. Oh, and orange goes for the kill.
All right, we're done.
Oh, and orange answers right there. Oh, yellow gets the advantage.
I have the wreck in sight. No movement detected.
Yellow is orange going to find the screen now. Oh, yellow blocks it. And orange sneaks by. Orange with the victory.
Conducting preliminary scans.
What's kind of cool is this cutscene is like an exact recreation of the original cutscene in the original Homeworld of when the base runner discovered the Kartoba wreck. Just looks a lot prettier.
I'm going in.
All right, next game.
Copy that,
We
Rachel.
have a Chris. Chris.
That's still funny.
We need to set up the scanner network so I can build a targeting matrix. I can direct the beam once the network is in place.
Chris going twice.
To establish the targeting matrix, deploy scanners at
All right,
these
next
locations.
is another disqualification. All right. Next up, Bryce Stevens versus Evan S.
Weapon systems
Bryce
online.
Stevens.
Weapon range systems currently active. Carrier warning. Heat levels are spiking. Reroute power to avoid system damage. Be advised. Carrier repair systems online.
Systems online.
Control group 3 designated.
Base runner here. Starting scanner boot sequence and setting for current atmospherics. Reading the command. Area set. Scanner on its way. Acknowledged.
Control group 4 designated.
Board is green. Systems up. Lock hatches and move us out. Capisi reading. New heading.
Everybody yellow gets into the back.
Scanner deployed. Receiving the data now. We need 2 more scanners to complete the matrix. Scanner being received. Incorporating data now. 1 more scanner to go.
Runner online. Scanner network in place.
What is yellow going to do? Oh, he almost... he threw his sword!
This guy's like stuck.
Oh my gosh, that was great. Congratulations,
Just did the same thing. Screw him. He's stupid. I don't want him part of the fleet.
Alright, next up we've got Sarah Woolen versus Kyle Madsen.
Hostile defeat. Full unconfirmed.
Sarah, you'll be on the left. Kyle, you'll be on the right.
Our scanners have picked up
5
something.
minutes are on the clock.
It's all around us.
I am going to be cheering against Kyle for this match, so go Sarah.
An entire city buried beneath the sand. This must be it. This must be Cordoba, the first city of Kharak.
Strikes first. But Sarah is right back with a masterful
It's
kill. Way
real.
better than
Don't fall on the high ground! Don't fall for it, bullshit! You advantage, time out! Shenanigans! Go find
Targeting matrix complete. Firing sequence primed. The
Oh,
orbital
what a
weapon is
trip.
now at our disposal.
Just in time, Rachel. Fire when ready.
Let's see what this thing can do.
This should be
Confirmed. Cruiser copy.
CU's exhausted.
Verified. Attention.
Alright, so this is the final upgrade for Rich as a jet.
Report ready.
On Twitch.
Orbital weapon.
His voice.
Enemy armor disabled. A railgun. Sensor spotter is under fire.
And under my control.
Hostile light attack vehicle detected. Hostile on sensors. Authentication missed. Pushing through.
That's the Shinto. Fairly easy. Here comes the final boss.
Alert. Support traps have been engaged.
He's actually kind of a pushover too.
Alright, next we've got Rod Elliott versus Eric Burke.
But words alone will not stay
Alright, let's kill the final boss and be done with this game.
It appears to be some kind of supercarrier, a Gaussian flagship.
Be advised.
Defeated at all costs.
Alert. Sensor post destroyed.
First thing, we're going to hit it with a cruise missile.
Alert. LAB down.
That'll help take out some of these cruisers that are around it.
Light attack vehicle is under fire. Hostile railgun opened up. Gun salvage are under fire. Strike. Alert. Salvager lost. New target. Return fire. Armored vehicle has been destroyed. Set new head. Support cruiser under
The Gaussian flagship has sustained minor damage to
Alright,
primary
next
systems.
up we've
The
got
Gaussian
Adam
flagship has
Rose
long-range missile strike
versus
capability. The flagship
And we're going to knock it with the orbital weapon.
The readings indicate their carrier's power systems are
And I just toasted half my fleet there by accident. But we're done. Here comes time.
Alright.
All right. Well, I didn't see my time because I accidentally cleared it, but it was probably around 2:25 or 2:26, somewhere around there. Hey, Finger. Did you